like. See, there it turned into video footage.
The chat.
Camera there.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Off Topic.
Camera's over there, Ryan. See the red light?
I don't care.
Hey, Ryan, see the camera over there, Ryan?
They'll switch it or they won't. I don't care. Look, see, there it is. I told you. We have the power.
Don't listen to him. Don't let Ryan push you around broadcast.
They just slid the TV.
I don't care.
We don't tell you what cameras to cut to, guys.
No, you
don't listen to us.
Whatever camera you want to do. Hey, welcome to, what's the name of the show? Off Topic?
Off Topic,
there we go.
that's the one.
Now brought to you by ProFlowers, Sherry's Berries, and Felix Gray.
There they are.
We're not going to be happy until that list is longer than the table.
And I'm brought to you by this bowl of cereal I'm eating.
Yeah, Jack's eating Lucky Charms.
Yeah, Lucky Charms.
Someone
Lucky
said
Charms
smelled like beef.
Trevor said it smelled like beef.
Yeah, Jack's Lucky Charms smell like beef.
I smell like beef.
That's the leprechaun.
Lucky Charms. That is the best cereal, right?
Lucky Charms?
No,
Yeah.
God
No,
no.
I wouldn't agree
Honey
with
Nut
that.
Cheerios, you bitch.
Cheerios.
Frosted Flakes all the way.
What's wrong with you, you
Flakes.
12-year-old?
Yes. I mean, I don't eat it anymore.
I don't even know
but
if I have a favorite cereal. It
Those
varies.
are all- those are all
It varies
good
from time to time.
Oh,
I could go with some.
Chris.
I could go with some like Reese's Puffs every now and again.
Reese's Puffs.
Yeah.
Listen, I know all the commercials from back in the
Yeah,
day.
Reese's Puffs are good. Oreos are good when they were out. I don't think those are around anymore.
Oh, yeah, Oreos.
Oreo-Os, yeah.
My leg is so wet.
Those are good. Yeah, you were outside filming something, and it is fucking awful outside weather-wise.
I'm just drenched
That
from the
monitor
knee
popped.
down. It's like I was wading through.
Monitor's gone.
They moved it.
Thank you
Bro.
for moving it, but now it's off.
That one still works.
Yeah.
As long as Ryan.
Only I can see.
We're all so vain. Audience, we're
If
just
I
trying to
can't
look
see
at
myself,
ourselves.
how do I know I'm here?
Oh, my God.
It validates me. We might as well not talk if I can't see that I'm talking.
That's true. The chat here is saying, I saw Cocoa Puffs, Golden Nuggets. Man, I forgot
What are
about those.
golden nuggets? I don't
What
even
was
know
the
what golden
little-
nuggets
Heard of a
are.
golden nugget.
What was the Cocoa?
Is that like
what-
golden grams?
What the
That's a
flakes?
hotel in Vegas. Is the Golden Nugget.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is really good. I eat that
Cinnamon
dry
Toast
all the time.
It's
That was
the
it. Was
taste
between
you
Cinnamon
can
Toast Crunch
see.
and this.
I wouldn't put milk on it though.
Did you just splash me? Yes, he did.
You like dry cinnamon toast crunch?
Oh, this is
Absolutely.
rain.
I can see that.
That's right. I didn't splash it.
No, you did splash me some
Oh, did
milk.
Pops are kind of meh, in my opinion.
Golden
You know what?
grams?
Pops is just
Is that
like
a cereal? I thought that
Corn
was just like a
Pops?
Golden grams
snack.
is great. Yeah. My dad used to bread chicken with golden grams. You would crush it up into like a powder and bread chicken with it.
Pops
It's
is that like
delicious.
that yellow just corn puff thing?
Yeah, it's just a puff.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
corn. That's it.
God, Pops sucks. What is wrong with you?
They're fine to eat dry.
No, you know what? You know what is a super overrated cereal? Goddamn Captain Crunch.
Oh, yeah.
So overrated.
Oh, that came up a few times over there.
Oh, it destroys your mouth too.
Oh,
it?
Yeah,
listen,
it's like eating glass.
it is. It's yeah. I like the berries one, but yeah, you gotta let it soak for a little bit, or you're just gonna have like
Absolutely.
a sanded down roof of your mouth. It's
Thogris
gone.
says no one is on it. Jack was. Oh no.
Oh.
I said the podcast. is
Did we say
canceled
what our
for the
names
show.
were?
cool.
I have
Yeah,
no
who's
idea
that?
who any of
Here
us
we
are. Who
are
are
you?
we?
I'm Jeremy
I'm Jeremy,
I'm Jeremy.
and Ryan.
and Ryan just likes to look at himself.
I just refuse.
Cookie Chris.
I abstain. I have a name, maybe or not.
Remember when Cookie Crisp used to have the fat dog as its
Yeah, dude.
person?
And then you got diabetes.
The diabetic
Yeah.
dog, and then they probably got sued, and then the FDA was like, "All right, you need to have actual
Hey,
nutrition."
whoa, whoa!
And so
This
now
is
it's like
too
a wolf.
accurate
It's
a
like a wolf.
representation.
And then they
of
just
what's gonna
now,
happen.
if you get cereal, it's just like shit. But then you look at all the vitamins that are in it because they literally just take multivitamins and spritz it
Yeah.
up in there. It's like it's not even real food.
I mean, it ends up at the bottom of the bag,
So-
right? It all just falls off.
How does multivitamins work? Like you can take a multivitamin pill.
Yeah.
Correct.
And it's like here's like 100% of your daily
Here's the
allowance
thing.
of like
You don't
vitamin A,
absorb it,
B, C.
Everything else you eat is
How does it
is
work?
too much.
Yeah, like I'm confused. Like how does that work?
It doesn't, apparently. So there was an article, that Lewis, I think, posted, or his fiance now posted.
Thank you for updating the names. I
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
that.
you.
Jeremy,
And then it should have just been in blank. Well, anyway, I read this article, and Jeff and I were talking about it because it's kind of terrifying. It's about multivitamins and the fact that they don't work because it's built on this. I forget this guy who went. It was like
it's probably
so-
Kellogg or Pythagoras. Those fuckers.
Yeah,
were wild.
Kellogg, Mr. Kellogg. But there was this guy who was like, he was a scientist and like he was like really well known for like biology and shit. Like it doesn't matter, but like he had this really impressive background. And then later in his life, like in the early 90s, late 80s, he was just obsessed with vitamin C. Like he would take thousands of percents of your daily recommended dose of vitamin C every morning.
You know what? That guy never had.
Because he was like
scurvy.
Because he was like antioxidants. You need to have them. It's a cure-all. It can cure the common flu. It can cure AIDS. It can cure
Sure.
cancer. Like it was like the cure-all is how he was like representing it. And because of that, like it spiraled off this like supplementation. Like the 90s kicked off after that because articles were like capitalizing on the fact that he was like, oh, this is like this. You're gonna be so healthy. You're gonna live forever. This is gonna be. You're immortal now. And then science comes out and it's like, actually no, antioxidants are like okay, like they're good like to balance into your everyday life, but they're not going to be cure-alls. Like the fact that
vitamin
like
C
No
even an
vitamin is a
antioxidant?
cure-all.
right.
Really.
So basically all that is to say like there are double-blind studies now finally that exist that look at people that took placebos, that took nothing, and took vitamins, and look at the results. And actually there is an increase in men, for example, of like prostate cancer with people that
suck a dick, healthy bitches.
that over supplement or take too many
I don't take a
supplements.
multivitamin.
You tried too hard. I'm sorry.
And the mortality rate of the people that took multivitamins on a daily basis over like this decade or however long the studies were, like went up like 10 to 20% or something.
Jesus.
Like that. Yeah.
Well, they wasted too much of their
multivitamins.
life fucking popping pills. They
That's
probably, some of them probably choked
I
to
would
death
say
on
do
them.
more research on it before going and stopping your multivitamins. We're not saying like
Oh yeah. I'm
Some of you
not,
probably need it.
but
we're not scientists.
because
But that being said, if you get cancer, it is Trevor's fault. So you can go ahead and blame
If
him.
ever I've seen a group of guys that need some vitamin D, it's this pantheon
Yeah.
right here.
hey,
I'm the tannest one here.
Yeah, that's
That
saying
doesn't say
something.
much.
Because I go out in the sun more. I don't need vitamin D. What?
I'm just looking at you in the monitor, and it's
Yeah,
just like ghost face
it is-
killer over
It's just
here.
like shades of white.
I'm the
you know?
tannest one here from that.
Yeah.
It's like we never left that first. If you go to the paint store and they have all the swatches,
Yeah.
we're still on that first swatch.
Oh well, yes, obviously.
No one has moved off the whitest of the white.
I take my vitamin D injected.
Yeah.
Just let it radiate down from the sky.
I just
Not today, though.
I redid my garage floor.
Uh-huh.
Like I got it sealed, you know, like if you go to like a car dealership, whatever, they have like the nice
You get that fancy shit.
yeah, like the fancy floor things. I'm getting a new car pretty soon. I'm getting a Model 3, which is very
Oh.
exciting. And so I was like, all right, I need to clean up the garage because like it's like, you know, it's just like old garage, so it's like dusty. And like if you walk around it and walk in the house, you like track footprints and stuff.
You're afraid that you drive the Model 3 and it'd go like,
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, no, it's not.
No.
So I got the thing. It's like an epoxy floor, which is basically glue. Like
Yeah.
they pretty much
And then they level it.
Yeah, they have a machine that like scrapes
It's
off.
this.
Kind of, yeah.
This is
close.
basically what it is. So
It's,
your car's gonna do this.
Some good acting.
Okay, I
right there.
think it's yeah.
But
I did my best. It
But
was
so-
been sticking all day, and then the one time I wanted it to,
yeah.
it didn't.
It's actually getting pretty good now. Like, this
Asshole.
doesn't stick as much.
Asshole.
But anyway, so they smooth off, like they basically like
There it is.
grind off like a 1/16 or an eighth of an inch of concrete to make it smooth, and then they lay down paint and they throw like paint chips on top of it, and then they seal it with like epoxy clear stuff, and they come back the next day and do that too. The fun side effect of that is it's gotten Katie and I so high. it is wow.
Jack and Katie are getting high.
Dude,
You want to go hot box in the garage?
the fumes have just permeated our house. And they're like, yeah, like we usually like you guys aren't trying.
Shouldn't leave.
Yeah, they're
Jack is sitting in the garage with beach chairs. It's like, oh
but
man.
man, it's yeah. So we've done our best to get out of the house a lot. We leave the garage door open just try to air it out. But man, is that
So
stuff.
now you're just getting everyone in the neighborhood high.
Basically,
Like kids
yeah.
are just hanging out on your porch.
Yeah.
I have not had any effects.
just like neighborhood cats and stuff are
I
hanging
just
out.
imagine, yeah, cats and kids and Jack.
Yeah.
They just go in the garage, they get high, and then they end up trapped because they're too high, and then they get more high, so they're just flopping around.
Cats with bags of M&Ms.
But man, it's yeah. But it looks awesome. It's done. Like it took 4 days, like pretty much every day, because it's a process where it's like they work on the floor and then you can't touch it for like 24 hours. So like, all right, we did that. See you tomorrow, and then they leave, come back tomorrow, do the next thing. Like, all right, see you tomorrow, and they come back. So
So you have experienced true level now.
yeah. Well, no, it's like, I mean the whole garage is sloped a little bit because they want stuff to flow out of your house. But
Enough
yeah,
of the fumes, and you feel like it.
Yeah, man, it's fun though. It
ceiling
looks
is
great
flat, too.
Yeah, it looks.
It's just
come
scanned. The
out,
whole
yeah.
thing is just discombobulated.
Well, you know, our neighborhood's built on like a former like dump, basically, right? So
Well, you're
like,
right
like
next
there's
to
I mean, yeah.
yeah,
mean-
but like so like there's a lot of like foundation issues in our neighborhood, which is great.
And,
Was it like
and it
sinkholes?
always doesn't smell awesome all the time.
Oh,
Well, Austin,
Sometimes.
Austin itself is basically on this giant, thick ass like. Texas is thick. 2 C's.
2 C's.
It's
Maybe
thick-
3 C's.
It's thick with clay.
thick.
It's thick. So we got some thick clay soil that like it moves and expands
And then
shit.
it's rock.
That's why like
And,
no one has a
rock.
basement in Texas.
Yeah. Well, that and all the
I want
slate
one so
out
bad, though.
west.
I want to have
Basements
a
are
secret
nice,
basement
dude.
that I
You have to
hollow
like
out of
dynamite
stone.
yourself a basement here.
No
joke.
There's limestone all underneath.
Oh, that's
like,
limestone,
Central
yeah, that's
Texas. I mean, there's limestone every. If you dig like 2 feet underground, you're gonna hit rock.
I miss having
Boing.
basements.
Yeah.
Thixis. Yeah, thank you. That's a new name for
Fixis.
Texas.
Fix this. It's not even that.
Not even a good pun, but we're gonna go with it.
I'll take this word and this word and.
No, it's one. Oh man. But yeah, I'm excited. But I'm excited to get my Model 3.
Do you have an ETA on when that's gonna happen?
No.
You built it though?
No. Yeah, I've already.
So now you get to dream about
I
it.
built it and paid for it, so now it's just like in the queue. And so once they build it, then you'll get a VIN, which is basically your ID
VIN
number
number.
for the car.
yeah.
Then with that, I can then complete my loan and I can like get insurance on the car. But until that exists, which they haven't built the car, once that exists, then I can complete everything else, pay for it, and they ship it out to me. So
It
I'm
doesn't
excited.
drive itself. I'm disappointed.
no, not yet. But there's like I think there's like 5 or 6 of us at the office that are getting cars. Like one person's already like he's got his VIN already and he's waiting on delivery. It should be like 2 weeks or so.
I see so many of those driving around now.
Oh really?
Especially, I
Model
mean,
3s?
in the area, not Model 3s, but Teslas.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
lots of
Yeah.
Teslas in Austin, but not many Model 3s yet. There are some in Austin, but not many yet. So, but I go there. We have a Tesla store up in North Austin that I like drive by all the time. Actually, I took a photo of what my car will look like. I'm so excited.
He's driving there. He's like,
Where is it?
oh,
Yeah.
what will be
So that's
selfie, and then he
what's
keeps
gonna be
going.
on it.
You get a blue
The car
one
he's
now.
driving is like Jack. No. Yeah, it's
So
nice, Jack.
it's blue. I'll
Jack,
send-
I can see you in that car, baby.
You'd be a great car salesman, Jack.
Yeah, like listen, you're gonna look good. It's like, but my legs won't fit. This is a tiny car, and I'm a huge man. You're gonna look good.
Is Tyler
You're gonna
here
love
today?
it.
Tyler,
You're
I'll
gonna
slack
love
you
it.
this picture if you want to.
Listen, looking good is better than looking where you're going.
Is that
Jeremy
Sure.
Clarkson.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely true.
And I'm gonna go
That's how that works.
spinning home in my Mustang today.
You know that quote, right? You've seen
Yeah,
they're end of
Grand
the-
Tour.
I haven't seen
someone's
all of
seen
Grand
it.
Tour.
Yeah,
I
I
haven't seen
the new
season.
season.
I've seen episode 1 and 2 of season 2, and then I just kind of
That's post
then
him
more
falling
TV
off the road
came.
and exploding,
Have you
right?
seen the Gavin episode?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's where I got to, and then I kind of the Gavin episode. No,
Gavin was there for a
He's
filming
just
of an
like in
episode.
the background. I think.
he also
of the-
filmed
Can you
for Top
spot him?
Gear.
I think people have posted pictures of
Really?
seeing him.
And yeah,
in
they
the-
did a whole like an episode of the Slow Mo show was sponsored by Grand Tour, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Which
as
is
part
awesome.
of that, he got to go visit it and actually go to the show.
They
Freaking
they
awesome.
had that one episode where they had to build their own what was it, like off-road vehicles out
Oh,
of
there
different
you go.
wilderness
That's
things.
That's what my car will look like
Oh, yeah.
at some point. That's literally the exact same build of my car. I'm
Nice car.
very excited.
I've heard the door handles are weirdo.
They're
on those.
weirdo?
Who's
Yeah.
weirdo?
They pop out and then you can.
No,
It
they
almost
don't.
looks hatchbacky from
Yeah,
here.
when I
The-
look at
it-
Bernie's Tesla, I don't
it
understand
looks
the
like
door
a-
The
handles.
door handles on the S are different than they are on the 3.
It
On
looks
the
like a-
S, as you walk up to it, they like go meh, and then you lift
Yeah.
them out.
Jesus.
Those are like
The push ones.
yeah, you have to like push it in
Yeah.
and
Okay.
then pull it out.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
like
It's
yeah.
just
you
a-
push
I
it
haven't
and it
tried to
pops
open
out.
a door at the Tesla lot yet, so
I mean, you could have gotten
He
one
just
for
keeps
free.
his
Jack.
toes up
You
and
just roll
start
away with
pushing
it.
Tries all
things.
the handles.
Maybe it'll be like, you are my master
Welcome to
now,
Red
and
Barn
it drives
Garden
away.
Center.
It's like the Excalibur. If you
You're the,
open the door,
you're
you just
gardening.
own it.
That's yours.
You just got to get lucky enough.
You have claimed me.
But it looks like a stubbier Panamera. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of Porsche up
Except
here.
there's no grill in the front. That's crazy.
It is
so weird
really-
seeing no like vent
Yeah.
on the front of
Where
a
will
car.
the bugs
Yeah.
get caught?
Yeah. Oh, they'll get caught in there, all right. I'm sure.
Just
But
Oh my god, I drove to what is it, College Station? Is that what's down south of here?
College Station's east of here.
East of here. Okay.
Mexico's down
I drove correct. I drove there one time and you know, it's like an hour or so and then an hour back. So Kat and I just drove down to like go to a restaurant and like drove back. We got home and the front of my car was just like yellow
Yep.
because of the
Bug.
bugs. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just like a smear of bugs on the whole thing. I was just like, "Ugh," like I
Yeah.
washed it off like myself and it was just like just like bug pieces. It was awful.
I want to get a new car, but for the stupidest reason ever. Like, I hate cars because they've betrayed me throughout my life.
They've betrayed you.
I mean, I've
I mean,
fallen
not
off
as
the
much as
road
Kent.
like twice, and then no, Kent's got it worse. But yeah, I mean, they've fallen out from under me several times. I've been backed into, been run into by
Fallen out from under
diabetic
you?
women. Oh yeah,
You've had a Flintstone floor.
I've,
where you're
I've,
like,
I've hydroplaned off the road once.
sounds like
Terrifying.
I had an animal encounter that caused me to slam my brakes on, and then a tire went out, and then I fell off the road again and ended up upside down in a ditch.
Good Lord.
I was at a stoplight, and a woman went into a diabetic coma and then took me out.
She took me with her.
Took me out. I got backed into at a Chick-fil-A, just crushed the hood. I've had an engine just throw a rod and just destroy itself. I've had an axle break. I don't give a fuck about my car. Like, my car is an ugly ass piece of shit, and I hate the color, and I only bought it because it was the cheapest.
I mean,
one.
it
very
works.
interesting
It
car.
gets you from place, from A to.
Well, literally, I was leaving. We were moving out of Florida when the diabetic woman took me out.
Such a good phrase.
Diabetes came for me. I don't know. Most people it attacks internally. For me, it attacked externally.
She's like, I'm going down, but I'm gonna get someone.
You.
But yeah, so I needed a car because we were about to move, and I had fucking 6 animals to transport and 5 animals to transport. So we went to the dealership and had to get one pretty quick. So it was like a one day, let's find a car, and it was. God, I hate that color. I hate it. I've always hated it. Always hated it.
It reminds
But
me of a
I
car
don't
that
give a fuck about it. It's got hail damage. It's got like bumper damage. I don't give a
It's
fuck.
got a
I'm not
couple things.
I'm not fixing it. I don't care.
It's why it drives by.
It's the same color of a car my grandpa used to have in the early 90s.
It's like a hideous baby blue kind of color. And I'm just like,
Anytime I see you driving, like
hate
the other
it.
day you happen to like be right ahead of me on the way in. I was like, I just want to take a suction cup and out the corner of your back bumper.
I don't give a shit.
Or just like
Fuck, I don't
get
care.
behind it with a hammer and just pop it out.
I've thought about doing it several
God,
times
that would
and going
bother
like,
me.
Yeah, whatever.
It's
Anytime
not
it's got
back of it.
character.
Anytime I see a dent like that, I'm just like,
I hate it.
you can fix it so easy.
And the only reason I think I want a new car, and then again, I haven't bought one in years for this very reason. So before I get like crucified as like fucking 1%er or something, I just want Bluetooth connectivity so I can listen to my
Dude.
Audible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's awesome.
I've got
Bluetooth is great.
Yeah.
having a
Oh,
car.
absolutely.
I have this fucking little like clip-on thing that I put in my visor, and it doesn't got a lot of power. It's
Yeah.
real hard to hear sometimes,
I,
especially in rain like today.
I have a 2005, so like I have just your basic standard radio and stuff. And so yeah, I went on Amazon because I was like, I just want to listen to my Spotify or any music I have on my phone just through my radio. Yeah, I just got like a $10 to $15 like thing that I plug in and it automatically connects
I
and
don't
sends
even
it
have
to a
an
radio
aux
signal.
port.
No,
Mine
it's
is
a
so old.
cigarette lighter that it powers through. Yeah.
But how does it connect to
You don't have
the...
like a tape deck
It
or
sends it.
anything,
It
or-
sends
It
it
doesn't
to,
have a tape deck. It's post tape deck, but for aux port and Bluetooth. So
It
there's
sends it
no
to-
way.
Jesus.
You Bluetooth into it, and then
Yeah.
it sends it out to a channel,
radio
radio
station.
station.
I have tried those so many times and have never had one, especially in Austin, because there's so much radio traffic
there's
here.
definitely like when I first got it, it was like there was some noise, but I was like, fuck it, it's better than nothing. But like I found a station that's like I found the quietest station I could that's dead everywhere that I drive, and that tends to work. I haven't had any
Between-
problem.
I go
with
through
it.
so many different radio zones between here and my house that
Yeah.
it's just like, it's
Yeah.
not worth it.
There are places where suddenly the station I've picked like picks up some sort of classic radio music. I'm like, so like whenever I like unplug it, it's like, I'm like what the hell?
In my Mazda, I used to just plug in like into the auxiliary port. It's just how I used to
I
play
take
music
that
from there.
right now. God, I want it. So
And
bad.
but like then I got the my new phone, which is an 8. No,
They have the adapter.
they have the adapter. They come with one.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you lose it?
And they all right. they come with one, and they come with a set of headphones that don't have an audio
Just
jack.
goes
They have
straight
like the
to the-
plug.
that-
They just
Yeah.
have that.
Yeah.
Those earbuds. So first off, I got my Mazda, and I was like, fuck. Then I instantly ordered like 5 of those like adapter things.
Yeah.
Off Amazon. Well, so I first off the earbuds. I go to the gym in them. Whoever designed those earbuds, wrong. It's like they're all plastic. They're
Yeah.
all smooth plastic.
Yeah.
So
So they pop
nothing
out.
holds them in.
Yeah, I've got ones that clip around my ear.
I need those
Yeah.
because I run on the treadmill and they just like constantly my hands are like this, like just trying to hold them in. Then the adapters showed up. I instantly lost the first one. I don't know where it is, and I got like 5 more. But I plugged it in, and I plug in my earbuds, and it starts playing. And then after a few seconds, it says, "This accessory is not supported," or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I click OK, and then it stops. It won't play through it anymore. And
What?
like
They're just fucking headphones, man. Oh, because it's
Yeah.
They're
it's
not
a
like
patent-
Apple licensed or
You
whatever.
have to have a license.
Apple,
It's a
you
patented
cunt.
Right,
device.
it's real
Yeah.
cunty. And
Interesting.
and all my music is on here, so I listen to it at the gym. And stuff.
I forgot that adapter on one. I think I was actually going to spring break, and I was like, "Shit, I forgot the adapter. I want to listen to music on my phone." And so I went to just a store in the airport, and it was like $50 or something just for the. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I'll just go blind and deaf. I don't know where the eyes came in.
I don't want to see a world where that's $50.
I get some Bose headphones that are really nice. Like I fly a lot, so like I'm gonna spend some money on some decent headphones. And Bose has like these quiet comfort ones that like go over your ear and like kill all the sound and stuff. And
I've got those too.
They're amazing. But the cool thing about this is they're Bluetooth, so you can just use it with your phone or your tablet or whatever. But also they have a plug on it too. So like if you get like an American flight, they have like the TV, so you can plug into the TV and listen to it that way, or unplug it and listen to your tablet.
Well, I have like those Astros
So nice.
that are Bluetooth that I really like.
The 38s.
Yeah, the 38s. But like I can't wear those at the gym because I hate getting them like soaked
like,
on the treadmill because then
They've
it
got
gets
the
like all
cloth
like
part.
around the. It's just not great. But yeah, so I just fucking hate that. I miss.
There's a bunch of really good
that.
like Bluetooth jogging over-the-ear things.
I
Like
know
I just
those.
bought some for me and Laurie too.
Well, what's irritating about the to go back to the shape of the earphones that Apple's had for years now. Like I remember early on, the very very early ones, there was like a stick, and then like there was like the shape of, you know what I mean? Like
Right. That's what it was for
like
a long time. Yeah.
for the iPod days. Like it was a stick with like a shape attached to it. That was my favorite one because it tucked into your ear really well and wouldn't fall out and stuff. But now they've continued with this shape for so long, and I'm like, I don't know. Like I remember when they switched to it, I was like, I'm not a fan of this. Like it works, but like it doesn't really lock into your ears, so you get like ambient.
It's this weird thing where it's like
air
this
and
plastic
shit getting in.
bubble that like funnels out to this little oval opening.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean,
it's just like it's channeling the sound
It's
out.
probably
I get
better
that,
for
but
like it's probably better for
go
bass
all over the place.
because there's more like space in there for shit, but like magnets and whatever. But now like they have the AirPods, right? Like the wireless ones, and they're the same shape.
I will never.
And so I'm
get
like,
those.
I can't
that's
imagine
great.
that.
I like the idea that it's wireless, but also like
Really?
that
Those
shit.
look like just
They look
awful.
stupid.
They look awful. You look like you have
They look
some dumb
stupid.
white
Like,
earrings
don't get me
on.
wrong, but I like the fact that it's like there's no wires because like, you know, if you're fumbling with wires and you got your like belt on the airplane or whatever, like it's just I don't like to deal with it, but it's the same shape. So like they're so willing to just I'm trying to let go. I'm gonna lose
Imagine
myself.
losing one of those.
I'm $150.
Right.
I leaned
Like,
over and it was gone.
You gotta remember
Yeah.
to charge them and like don't.
Hell with it.
Way too much shit.
Hell with it.
Yeah, that's
say.
way too much. Just
Yeah.
give me fucking any earbuds.
Google's Google Pixel 2 had I don't know if they came with it, but they have the ones that they go over your ear and then they lock in. And then there's also kind of like the old man like wearing the sunglasses thing that has the rope or like the little string that connects it in the back.
Right, yeah.
I mean, that's kind of nice because then you can take them out and like have them hang. But
What am I gonna do?
I don't know.
The bone headphones, or whatever. The ones that like touch the back of your
Oh,
skull.
bone conduction?
Yeah, bone conduction stuff.
I
Like
don't
that
think
was
the audio quality is great if it's
yeah.
bone conducting though.
That was like the hotness for a while, and then kind of fell off. Like I remember people had like the microphones around their throat. You know, you'd have it like hooked on here.
Every time they had the Spec Ops team in any of the TV, it'd be like,
weird. Maybe we evolved by listening to people by shoving our ear bones up to their throats, and that's how we heard the best.
You just like push your necks up against each other, and
What was that? Oh, okay.
That would be a really weird version of the telephone game where you have to like press your head bones together and then whisper.
Press your headphones together.
so
Ouch, my hammer. Is that what it's called?
how far away are we from being able to talk about Infinity War? We're not going to do it today this
No.
week, but I mean, but
Let
is it a
me
month?
talk about.
Until everyone on the planet has seen it.
I mean,
That's a month.
We got to be getting
That
close.
month is
apparently
good.
they did a spoiler cast. There was like a
Yeah,
research
but that's
spoiler
like
cast.
if you advertise it as a spoiler.
Yeah, but I know
cast,
we
that's
did one.
fine.
I was like, oh, I would have loved to have talked about that. But
Well, you didn't.
Sons of bitches.
No one called me.
There's so many things happening right now that it's like I look, I'm like, what? We did that? Like we have this month of May, like this month we're doing a month of pilots, and there was like 4 shows in there I'd never heard of. Like I mean,
And there was only 5 on the list.
yeah,
And one
well,
of them is ours.
I knew Achievement Hunter. Well, I guess I knew about the $1 Million Butt Anime.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, and so we've got
I'm on that Corks thing.
Branded, which I've never heard
Trevor
about.
is.
Gork.
Gork's
I don't
Quest,
know
which
which
I guess
one's
is the
going
broadcast
public,
show.
so
Sounds
one
cool.
of us.
We're in tests for it.
$1 Million Butt Animated in the Murder Room, which sounds like it's like
Well, I can give you.
I know about
I can
Murder Room
talk
just
to you
because
real
I've
quick.
talked to Patrick.
I can talk to you about a little bit. I did. I ran a quick pilot that you'll never see about a couple of Murder Room, and I ran one for Gork. Obviously, Achievement Hunter, MDB Animated makes sense. Branded is going to be. Honestly, I don't know how much we can talk about these shows, but it's like there's a lot to. Like, who are those guys? I don't know, but like you should definitely
Joel
check it
and
out.
Bernie.
Joel and Bernie.
It's Adam Levine from Maroon 5.
It does look like Adam.
And like older
Bernie.
Carrie's brother.
Yeah, older Carrie's brother.
So like it doesn't look super appealing because you might not know who they are, but you should definitely check it out because if you like mockumentary style comedies like Parks and Rec or The Office. It's very much in that vein.
And there are Rooster Teeth people in it.
And there are Rooster Teeth
faces
people
you
in
will
it.
recognize, which
So-
I didn't know, but
Yeah.
I found out today. So, God, this new camera doesn't have a light on it. It's freaking me out.
Oh, so you can't
I'm
tell
just
when it's on you?
I go dark. Like,
Is it ever on?
It's so
it's on right now.
long.
Right
It's
now,
like
it's on 'em.
it's deep.
We got a new camera and it's
Deep.
got a viewfinder on it.
Huh.
So what's so special
It's
about
harder
this
to
camera?
play
Is it
with
like
when you're
4K
drunk.
or something? No, these are all 4K.
It's just the Ursa.
It's the new broadcast Blackmagic camera. Oh, it's a Blackmagic computer. I'm sorry, I'm trying to relay what he's saying.
Man, I don't know what's wrong with these guys because they're awesome.
Oh shit, Michael came out of the booth.
Oh, he's tweaking it.
Oh! Look at that zoom!
I don't. But
We've never gotten this close to
hold
Jack
on.
before.
Can't
Unless you're Trevor.
Can't you go to 5 and just like doesn't that also zoom?
It doesn't go that far.
I
to zoom.
accidentally did it last week.
So basically,
Apparently.
that's the new Jack cam for me to play with to get some crazy macro zoom
well,
stuff.
you
Oh, Michael
heard it,
broke
guys.
the camera.
Uh-oh.
Michael broke
It's
the
done.
camera.
Oh, he's looking. No, it's going closer.
Oh, get up on his pupil. We'll ask him some questions that he can't lie about.
Oh my God!
It did a wipe. It did an in-camera wipe or something, maybe.
Damn.
That's
Michael's
weird.
It's like a microscope.
Look at Michael grinning while
like a-
he's doing it. He's
just-
having a blast.
What is this madness?
Holy shit!
Why is this a thing?
Is that the thumbnail?
Why does the camera do that?
Pay no attention to the man
What possible need is there for a camera to do a wipe inside the camera?
Well, it's like a microscope when you swap lenses.
Anybody out there, explain to me why you would do that.
It's like someone donated.
No one in the
Oh,
audience
that's way
knows
too
what's
much.
happening.
Way too much. Cut away. Jesus
That's
Christ.
like extra life.
Too
is
much
ready.
power. You know what also is a lot of power, though?
What's that, Ryan?
Sending flowers to your mom.
That's true.
This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by ProFlowers. Mother's Day's coming. And if you're like me and you have kids, you really appreciate your mom a lot more than you used to. Especially because, like, my mom is coming to stay and watch my kids. So I get my first vacation in 7 years that don't involve children always asking me for things. So it's a super special month for me and for my mom. And for that, doesn't she deserve more than one day? When you send her ProFlowers for Mother's Day, she's guaranteed to have at least 7 days of fresh, beautiful flowers. Right now, our listeners can send 100 colorful blooms with a free glass vase starting at just $19.99 plus shipping and handling with the promo code OFFTOPIC. With fresh flowers, guaranteed delivery, and unique vases and accessories that mom will love, ProFlowers has everything you need to get your Mother's Day shopping done for all the moms that you know. So, if you know some other moms that are having a hard time, send something to them too. Just choose the delivery date you want, and it's guaranteed. You can even get your gift delivered on Mother's Day, which is May 13th, it's Sunday. The ProFlowers sends are great. They sent us some. They're great quality. They stay alive. They smell great. They're beautiful. The only way to get 100 colorful blooms with a free glass vase starting at $19.99 is to visit proflowers.com. Click on the blue microphone in the upper right-hand corner and use our code OFFTOPIC. That's proflowers.com, code OFFTOPIC. 2 words. Off topic.
And look who got added to the box.
You got out right now.
It's wet outside.
It is
wet out
super
there, yeah.
wet
Fuck
outside.
me.
I think the beef smell might be my shoes.
What?
shoes
Beef
smell like
smell?
I mean,
He's
they're
been kicking cows to
They're
death.
very.
I've been stepping
Look,
on cows.
They're very wet because of my time outside
Yeah.
filming things.
Yep.
And
You had a
that's-
timeout?
I'm starting to notice that maybe they're old, as you can tell.
Are those the ones that
Those were
that-
tires. You should have
Coming
changed
up.
those 100 miles
no,
ago.
Meg,
Like,
Meg got me some that looked like they got Diet Coke on them.
well, Meg needs to get you new shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the running shoes that I bought back when I was running.
Like,
5Ks
look at
with
them.
Meg,
They're
though.
bald
Oh.
on the bottom. How,
No, I've got another
how-
pair. I've got a different pair that
This
I
guy
run in. This is
hydroplanes
just like
walking
my
into work.
every day, kind of walking around, and I don't care about arch. Never mind then.
Hi, Steffi.
I don't care about
She's in the
art.
chat.
Yeah, Steffi's in chat.
That's his chat. That's not. She's
Oh, it's not.
actually
It's
there.
not Steffi.
Helping Hand
It's
wants
a
you to know that
Steffi.
people say that they look like you, Alfredo.
Who looks like me?
I don't know. It's some person.
Someone
in
looks
chat.
I
like
feel
me.
like they were getting just
You-
real
you-
racy with
Well,
it.
I
What,
feel like a lot of people
what
look
they
like
want
us.
you to know is
Like
that
a
you're
finger
not
something.
special,
Yeah.
less so than you were already.
Bam.
Oh, you see.
Yeah.
Your look, it's everywhere.
Oh, happy May the 4th, everyone.
Yeah.
May the 4th be with you if you're watching this live right now. It's Friday,
Solo
May the
tickets.
4th. Yeah, solo tickets went on sale, and there was just a thunderous meh.
Completely. My favorite.
Overwhelming man.
That is the perfect way to put
I was
that.
like, oh, tickets are on sale.
And the crowd
I was-
goes.
Yeah.
I didn't know what Andy was talking about. Andy posted it like, just so you know, solo tickets are on sale, and I was like, Solo what?
Like,
I was like, who's doing a solo show? Like,
Solo Cup movie.
Solo
It's probably
cups
got- yeah.
or
I was like, what are you talking about? Solo.
I'm actually upset with myself that I'm not excited for Solo at all. Like I'm completely like.
It's not your fault, Jack. Don't
It's-
blame yourself.
it's-
Don't
yeah.
beat yourself
How's
up.
that your
sad.
fault?
I mean, like I love Star Wars. Like I love Last Jedi. A lot of people shit on it. I loved it. I really love that movie. I thought it was great. And it's like now like Solo come in. I'm like,
Yeah, well,
I
a
really
lot
don't
of people
care.
are on the same boat as you. That first like trailer or teaser, whatever they released, it was very underwhelming.
Yeah.
The second one sold it a little bit more.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
second
lie
one
though.
wasn't bad.
I was fucking hyped on that sound design. That was actually really fucking dope. With
Yeah.
the way they did all the switches, I was like, oh shit. And then the rest of it just did not. It's like setting up the spike and then whiff. You know what I mean?
Well, it's just like I mean the sad thing is of that trailer, everyone except for the dude who plays Solo looks awesome. Like I'm actually really excited. Like Donald Glover's Lando. I would
Where's
watch
the
that
Lando movie?
And then we got Amelia Clarke. I love Amelia Clarke. Like she's amazing. And yeah, it's like I want to see more about that. Like I don't get like Harrison Ford to me is Han Solo. Until Harrison Ford's dead, you shouldn't touch. Han
And he's an
Solo.
immortal, so get
Yeah.
up, get up.
Him and Keanu.
Good luck.
Get up and get down.
Yeah, that's where I was going, I guess. I'll just.
Is 911 a joke in your town, Ryan?
I don't know what that means.
I thought you were. Anyway.
You keep saying I'm from Georgia. That doesn't mean I know anything about the Atlanta
Well, you are
music
from
scene.
Georgia, but get up, get down. 911. That's Flavor Flav.
Georgia.
Anyway.
Flavor Flav, I know that guy. He's on
Yeah.
one of those shows.
He
where
got big
people are
clock.
supposed to love him.
Was
and he's
it
got
Flavor
clock.
Flav?
Love, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
He's got Scoliosis.
He's the Time Lord
He
or
always
some
knows
shit.
what time it is.
Lord.
Anyway, so Solo does not look appealing to me, but I'll see
I
it.
bet it won't be
See
bad.
it.
You know?
I'm not in a
Watch it.
rush.
I don't think it'll be incredible, but
Yeah,
maybe it will be.
I mean,
No, the Hulk is incredible.
Got it.
Do you think Harrison Ford will show up in it?
No.
like a flash
Yeah.
forward?
No.
Absolutely would.
He's been begging
Harrison
to die
Ford
to get out of Star Wars for so long.
Well, I mean, that would be the surprise. Like if he showed up in it, I'd be like, oh wow, he came back for it.
Only if they had like footage left over from the last
Yeah,
like
that
movie
would, like,
where he's like,
overshadow
I'm in
the
this shit.
entire
He's gonna be
thing.
like Obi-Wan or Qui-Gon Jinn in the second Star Wars movie, where it's like, wait, I was in that?
If
My
Harrison
daughter
Ford,
saw it. She said I was in this. Where's my residuals?
Yeah.
Yeah. If Harrison Ford was in this, he'd look back at his younger self and just go, I hate you. Whatever it is you're doing, even if you were filming it, I hate you.
Oh,
I don't want
he
anything
would
to
just
do with
he would
this.
overshadow the entire movie. Same thing with like Star Trek when they had Spock come on. I was just like, I don't care about young Spock anymore. We have Spock now.
Yo, but that was cool because it was like a split universe.
Yeah.
Like, it was a
Yeah.
different future Spock.
No, I
But
like that.
still, you could see the contrast of like that. This is Spock.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I mean?
Also, I never watched old Star Trek, so yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
Really,
It meant
I
nothing
can't
to
relate
you.
as
Right,
much. But
same.
I mean, I knew the classic cast, but like, yeah.
Oh man, what talent!
Oh, is it what?
I just
Not
learned the other
everybody
day
can
that
do
there's
that?
people who can't do that.
Can you do the
Oh,
thing where
couldn't
okay,
do
can
that.
you go
Was it
from
first
there
grade?
to
Was it
that?
there?
yeah.
Michael
It
can't
was
do
Michael,
it.
right?
Yeah, Michael said he
Is that
can't
the
do
thing you
that.
can't
He can't just.
I have trouble with my left.
Like,
But that's your dominant hand.
No.
like because there's things that you know people can't do, like the rolling the tongue thing
Oh,
is one
yeah,
that it always goes to.
can.
I can't go this way, but I can
or
go that way.
math.
Some people
Math.
can't do math,
Math, yeah.
right? What are you doing, Alfredo?
He's trying to roll his tongue.
Trying to roll my tongue. How did-
Alfredo's just trying to get a GIF on
No,
Tumblr.
that's not. What are you doing? No, like that.
Yeah.
Like somebody
Oh, I thought you meant like.
No,
do
not
that. Oh, the
do
wave?
a wave
That's a
with
whole
your
other
tongue.
thing.
Oh, that's a weird. Yeah, that's a totally different.
He still can't do it. That's fine.
You look like a. Cut
All right,
it out.
you can't do this one, but can you do this one? Can you lick your own tongue?
Can you swallow your own tongue?
Ryan, I don't want to see that.
There's Ryan Haywood licking his
It's like
own
that
tongue.
scene in The Office when they have that sign of like, need a sign in case something goes bad, and they're like licking their lips. They're just like,
Yeah, they're like no, like this.
Stop. I didn't like that shot.
Good God.
The sound
Yeah.
of it.
Oh,
alone.
Ascension Bias pointed out Cobra Kai just popped up on YouTube.
Oh, that's
YouTube
right.
Reddit hit yesterday. I
Cobra
think.
Kai?
That's the new.
Yeah.
It's like the follow up to Karate Kid. It's got Daniel LaRusso and God, the bad
The
guy.
guy that was the
sweep
bad teenager,
Johnny,
yeah.
sweep the leg Johnny. It's Johnny and
Sweep the leg, Johnny.
It's like in the future, like modern day, and it's been like 20 or 30 years, and Johnny has kind of gone on to like kind of be a failure and stuff, and then Daniel LaRusso, you know, he's like got a car dealership now where he makes a lot of money. He's like kind of well known throughout the neighborhood, and Johnny starts up like he brings Cobra Kai back and like starts up his own dojo and is like helping like nerds kick the shit out of people.
Nerd.
And then Daniel's like, yeah, you can't do that. You're doing it wrong. And then they have a whole thing. But it actually looks genuinely cool. I'm like,
I'm
wow.
afraid to watch that because I feel like the way it's going to turn out is somehow Daniel LaRusso's character will end up being kind of the shithead of the.
Oh, I mean, I can almost guarantee you that's the case.
I don't want that to be the case.
Those
are treasured memories of my youth.
I think it's gonna be a thing where they end up like coming to like kind of like common ground. Like they'll be like, oh, okay, like we actually are kind of fighting for the same thing. You know, we're just coming at it from different angles. Like, let's be friends. But I don't know.
They'll finally mend their broken fences.
Yeah, I don't know if they released every episode like they do with like Netflix, or if it's just kind of the first episode came out. But
it's a show?
Yeah, it's a show.
I thought it was a joke when I first started seeing promos for it. I was like, that's funny. They're doing like a little throwback thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh
Did you
no,
watch the
they're
trailer?
doing
Like
this.
The trailer actually was like legit. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, wow, that's actually really cool. So
I see trailers for shows now that I'm like, I don't know where this is even playing.
yeah.
And I never like Cloak and Dagger.
Oh yeah.
You see a trailer for that? Came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I have no idea where that's on. FX maybe?
I don't know.
Oh,
I was just like Cloak and Dagger coming. I was like, where, who, what?
Freeform.
What the fuck is Freeform?
Freeform is that Disney?
Was that ABC Family?
Is that like
Yeah, it used to be
Freeform?
ABC, yeah, it
is
used to be
that
ABC
like,
Family.
Is that like the O?
Or is it-
Is that like Oprah's thing? Shit.
no,
Kind of.
The
For
O?
shit?
That's weed.
Why do
or
people
whatever.
keep trying to make Cloak and Dagger happen?
I don't know. Tell me about it.
That would be the
They're
time.
like-
I don't know much about Cloak and
right?
Dagger.
They're like edgy teens, you know. One of them's like a cloak, basically. He's the
And one's
powers
a
of-
dagger.
Well,
He has
one's
the,
like a
he has
cloak
the
and he's
powers
like-
of cloak.
He really does. He like makes people disappear in his cloak.
That's it.
Yeah.
He's just
His cloak is
pickpockets the whole
it's like
people.
a portal. Like
He
he's
can like
like
teleport and
Did you
shit.
see
I think.
the DCCW like lineup? They gave out all the posters. There's a There's a fucking Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn's
in a
show?
movie?
There's gonna be
I mean, a show?
Yeah. And then
Is
there's
it
also
going to be like Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, or is it going to be
Wait,
like...
no
CW is
fucking
doing
clue.
it? Wait.
CW's been doing,
Oh, they've been doing
Arrow and
Yeah,
Flash.
no, you're right.
Yeah, hold
I
on.
thought. Yeah, never mind.
And the Flash show's not bad.
It's super cheesy though. Like
It's super
I don't
cheesy.
think I made it to season 2.
It's for a younger audience slightly.
I watched Arrow,
Mhm.
and I got 3 to 4 seasons in, and then that got super cheesy. I was like, all right, I can't handle this anymore.
I will
Like,
say, I think, and I haven't watched Arrow, but I think the Flash is maybe a little bit less soap opera-y than
Arrow definitely starts off better, but it definitely, it's got elements of Lost and soap opera in there too.
Is it still running?
I have no idea.
I think it is.
The reason why I didn't watch season 2 or season
out.
and season 4 of Arrow, so season 2 of Flash, season 4, is because I was like, or maybe it was season 5. I don't know. They came out at similar times. I was like, you know what? I'll let them run, and then I'll just binge it
And see which one fails.
Yeah, and by the time it got there, I was like, fuck it. I don't care. Jack's listening to the
Yeah, I don't know if you caught that. I don't know. Mike, could you hear that on the mics? Is he here today?
Nah, he keeps that gain real low.
There you go.
Season
There's
6.
Mike
We have
Cam.
a mic. Yeah, all right. You can just look left,
Thumbs up.
Mike. Hi.
Like he's like in his little audio booth.
Yeah,
Beep, beep.
we're getting some thunder.
This says season 6, episode 22, May 10th, 2018.
Jesus.
Of what?
Of Arrow.
Oh,
It's only in season 6, but I feel like it's been on for...
But it's episode 22.
22.
yeah. I mean, if they're running full runs.
22.
Meanwhile, On the Spot has run like 1 year.
That
It's
doesn't
in
count.
season
Doesn't count. We're
47
talking about
or
shows.
something.
Yeah, we're talking about real stuff.
We're talking about real productions.
Real podcast.
What you looking at, Fredo?
Does anyone watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Oh my God, boobs.
Yeah, I've been watching.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is such a good show.
It is a good show.
And it sounds like apparently it's like on the cutting block right now. Apparently it doesn't do well. Like apparently a lot of people watch on Hulu and stuff.
Yeah.
Which they don't track as well as they do like normal watching on TV. It's such a good fucking show. It's
What
so
show is it?
funny.
Sorry?
It's Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh,
Andy Samberg and
I haven't gotten around to seeing it, but I've seen like an episode or two, and I recognize that it's funny. It's just there's so many shows out, like it's hard for me to want to start something and get into it.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen that show yet.
it's one of the few shows like we watch. Katie and I watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Bob's Burgers, The Good Place when it's on because that's a great fucking
Yeah.
show. And then as far as like just TV shows, that might be it. That might be it as far as just like sit down and watch a show. I mean, then I watch Westworld. I watch we watch.
It's good. Slow burn, but it's good.
Yeah,
I just finished rewatching season 1 of Westworld. I haven't started season 2 yet,
Season
and
one's
I'm
so
like,
good.
I'm glad I
Season's
rewatched
good.
it because I saw all the, and I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I saw a lot of like clues and hints and things that like lead you, like if you knew to look for it or if you saw it, it'd make you go what, and then like so you see the twists and turns,
Foreshadowing.
yeah, at before they happen at the end, and there's a lot. There's just a lot. It's just a great show to rewatch.
So going back, this was a Nerdist article posted a couple days ago. DC Universe streaming service kicks off with Harley Quinn, Titans, and Young Justice series.
Titans.
Young Justice.
Titans, Young Justice, and Harley Quinn.
Are they animated shows?
I Titans does not look animated to
Titan
me.
doesn't, but the other two do.
Live action.
They have
Just
a
bring
live
back
action
original
Titans.
Teen Titans, not this gauche shit.
I believe
Fuck
Young
that
Justice
ghost
is
shit.
cartoon.
Yeah.
They're bringing
Oh.
back the Young Justice.
It's
cartoon,
so
I believe.
I
gauche.
don't
even
think
know
Back
that
Ron
means.
Perlman is Slade.
DC's TV shows are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, why can't that translate into good movies?
Yeah, do you think DC's like scrambling
Snyder,
now? Like
that's
they're
why.
like, but hey, we had a
kinda
big
out
CGI
now, right?
bad guy in our movie. No one watched that one.
Yeah.
It's like, how come
he was-
Civil War? Infinity War.
You know, he just showed up and he was a dick, and that was his whole arc.
There's been no backstory for those characters. I
Yeah,
mean, like
yeah,
there's backstories
exactly.
that you know, but it's like
We had a backstory for Thanos for like 5 movies.
yeah, I know. I mean, Thanos popped up in the end of the original
5 years
Avengers.
ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's
6
like
years
he's been around, like he's been in the background for the longest time, and like,
Yeah.
I mean, goddamn, I want to talk about it, but I'm not going to.
Well, I mean, the thing that you can say is what they did that DC didn't was they laid a groundwork where they introduced you to all the characters on the hero side. There was like every one of them basically had a lot of like, you know who they are by the time you get to this movie, and that let Infinity War be about Thanos and not about the other heroes.
Yeah, well, even like, I mean, they did such a good job with the introduction of Spider-Man into the MCU, where it was like, they know, you know, Marvel knew, hey, you've already seen 2 origin story movies within the past decade, and literally, like, the origin of Spider-Man in the MCU was Tony Stark going to his apartment and being like, "You're Spider-Man, right? Yeah, you're Spider-Man. Oh, here's your suit. You're Spider-Man." That's it. That was literally the origin story for him. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, it's him. All right, and we're past it now. And it's just like, I love that they can do that because they've earned that, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas it feels like the DC universe just hasn't earned that yet.
the
Like, I mean,
analogy-
Flash is great. I would love a movie about Flash, but it's
Yeah.
like, okay, like
But
I
they
know
have a different Flash.
Yeah.
They don't even
We're
use
gonna
the
get
same,
one.
you know,
Yeah, but it's
what's
like-
his name? Ezra.
I don't know
Cooper-
what either one of their names.
Cooper
Cooper
Steve.
Steve.
Jesus.
Thanks, Ezra.
But anyway, and they did the same. Yeah, so, but the analogy, like, because you're hitting the nail on the head, is like the analogy that I keep thinking about when it comes to anybody else trying to, like, the Dark Universe, when it comes to DC Universe, is like Marvel's been doing this for a fuck long time, and they've just built up into it.
Miller, by the way.
Ezra Miller. They like all this. They built up all this steam, and now DC's like, all right, I'm gonna jump on the treadmill at full steam. Like their legs kick out from under them and they tumble.
Yeah.
But there's so much fandom that goes behind it that like, yeah, you're still gonna go see it. I'm still gonna go see it. I'm gonna recognize that it's not like the best it could be. In fact, it might not be good at all. Like Wonder Woman was amazing, but Justice League was it was okay, and then Batman v Superman was bad. Like
Yeah.
I hate to say movies are bad because like I always come out entertained usually. I try not to see anyway. Like that's so they'll still make money. So they're not able to learn their lesson. Like because like then you have the DC fanboys, and not all of them, but there's like a collection of people that really support DC to the point where they refuse to accept maybe some of the drawbacks of the movie. It's okay to recognize it's not perfect, right? You want it to be better. Constructive criticism. Let DC like learn and like invest into better writing and whatever else, or just be patient. Like play the long game, right? Because then when Marvel sunsets, whatever the hell, like this can't last forever, right? And
Oh no, we're riding this forever.
Yeah,
And I mean-
it's gonna go as long as they can possibly.
I guess
Until they can just plug it into your
I just-
brain
I-
and you are the superhero.
I just imagine
They
that's
just
true.
talked about they had a meeting about what's to come out in the year 2025, like a week ago.
I guess like when I say sunset, I mean like this first bump, like this first like generation thing. Like
Well, it's
and then they're gonna sweep into the next generation with the new like
Yeah, it's gonna be a new
the new
class.
focus,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, that's what it's gonna be. You've got someone, like again, I go back to Spider-Man. You go back to what's his name, he's a young kid playing Spider-Man. That kid can play Spider-Man.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
Yeah.
He can play Spider-Man for the next 20 years if they need him to.
But just imagine, like, over the course of this whole thing, from Iron Man 1 to Infinity War, and then whatever Part 2 is going to look like. Like, and that's, like, from start to finish, and then there's going to be a new, like, climactic story, right? So, like, place yourself in a way that, like, your wave crests in between Marvel's, like, climaxes. You know what I mean? Like, so that,
it's
I
been
don't know.
interesting having a universe that continues to exist in such a way that the characters age.
Yeah.
So that's one of those weird things. Well, and you can argue already, it's like if you're looking at the Justice League, you've got 3 characters at least that may never age in the canon of the
Because
movies.
they're gods.
Yeah.
Basically,
They've
I
been
mean,
as old as time, basically.
Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Superman may all just stay that
And
age
Batman's
forever.
already old.
And Batman's an old fuck to start with.
He's
Bat-
old
Batman gets
shit.
fucked.
He really
Poor
does.
guy.
Dude, I would kill for like a Lantern trilogy where it's like the first movie sets up
Done
like
well, yeah.
the Green Lanterns. The second one is the like
You have
the
that, Ryan
war
Reynolds.
with the Red Lanterns. Yeah, and then the last one would be either I don't know, maybe it could be like something with like Sinestro, or maybe that would be the second one, and then the third one could be like a Captain America Civil War type thing where you bring in the Black Hand and then you bring out the White Lanterns and whatnot. Like that would be fucking awesome, but it's never gonna happen.
I mean, they got to be sitting on him for the next big reveal, right? Like that's going to be their next big drop the hammer.
Swap
like,
over to
there's the
Hal
lantern.
Jordan. Like he was, I remember finding like stumbling upon like Batman and like Superman. Those were all like the obvious ones, but I remember stumbling upon like Green Lantern like animated. And that was one of the first ones that like resonated. I was like, this is fucking awesome. I love this.
Well, I mean, they showed like Green Lanterns in Justice League.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
big fight,
Yeah.
like the big fight on Earth
Yeah.
before the Mother Box is all split out, like
You can
Green,
see
Green
Lanterns
Lanterns
there.
popped up, and but it's like
I guess
yeah.
I fucking forgot all that
I didn't even
shit.
see
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was, like, it was
I
the
was
big
like,
battle
oh,
scene where it was the Atlanteans and
Oh,
The
yeah,
Amazons,
yeah,
the
yeah, 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 yeah,
Amazons.
Yes.
Yeah.
all fighting.
The flashback.
the
And then
flashback,
it was like
okay.
showing the fight happen, and you could see like Green Lantern.
I thought they was very specific. Like, there's no lanterns on the planet right now, so
Yeah, well,
that's
that-
one part of the reason they did it.
that was in a trailer actually, where it's like, oh yeah, no lanterns protect this world or whatever. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that came up later.
An alien's gonna have to crash and die, and the ring's gonna have to find itself into some Air Force pilot's
Yeah,
hands.
but it's like that to me. It's like
Bring me a man that knows no fear.
I mean, Justice League was not a good movie, but once Superman came back, it was like, okay, now I'm having fun. It's like
Yeah.
watching the team work together. It's like, this is what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
But you
This
also
is great.
don't want a movie or a team that relies so heavily on one person, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he's-
Yeah,
it's
it's
very much
okay
like-
to have that core person like Iron Man.
Batman
or
We need
Captain
the guy to
America.
fix it. We got to have Superman. He's the one that can fix this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely. I mean, like it seems like Marvel kind of gets around that where they have Thor, but Thor is kind of relegated off to his own world. So it's like, okay, yeah, he's not always on Earth. Iron Man's pretty freaking powerful, but he's
Yeah.
not like the end all be all.
Right.
And so
There's people they lean on, but then they also skirt around that.
yeah,
You know.
like it was good at
They balance
in
the
Civil
teams.
War was really good because they got Hulk and Thor off the planet. They were like, all right, you guys go do your own thing, and it's like, okay, we don't have Civil War, we don't have to worry about like, oh, here's a god. I mean,
yeah.
Vision is as close to you as you can have, but I mean, even Vision's so conflicted that it's like, I don't know, I'm a huge Marvel fanboy, and they're doing it so well right now, and I wish DC could kind of turn it around. Like, I don't know the tone they're going for. I don't know what sort of their end goal is, but it seems to me like if I was doing Justice League, my PS, I would have done two. I would have had the one where it's like, okay, we have a League of Villains, so like what's his name still around. Here's Deathstroke, whatever. But then also do something with a ring, whereas like someone finds a ring, it's like, oh shit, here comes a lantern. Like that would be a cool like tease. I mean, even like Avengers, like it ended with Thanos and it's like smiling. It's like, all right, we never really saw him again for a long time.
Yeah. I was
But
like,
it'd be
do
kind of
they-
cool if they just drop this little nugget, but like
Yeah.
this is something we're working on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
They just don't have patience. They're trying to,
Yeah.
they
Well,
see what
it's-
Marvel's done. They're just like, we gotta go.
Exactly.
Keep hitting the ground running.
Exactly.
I don't know. We'll see.
I want nothing more than to love DC like I love Marvel,
Yeah.
because like I want to have it all, right? Like, so hopefully they can shape it up.
And hopefully the X-Men finally starts being good.
X-Men kind of floats in a weird area where
Sometimes
it's,
it's
like, okay,
great,
but it's
and then
not
it's just
great.
like bad, and then
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Apocalypse was bad, and I don't know. Hopefully I can see
Quit
Omega
bleeding?
Red.
What is that?
Are you bleeding?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's
You bleeding from the
It's like you
where?
can't
I
see
think
it
you
from
are.
that.
Well, don't worry, we have a super zoom now.
But no, I don't want to put my.
Oh, look at that! They're all
I don't
springing
want to
into
put my
action.
maybe blood in Jack's
He's not trying to put his
face.
DNA out there on the internet.
You
That's
can,
What
they
is
can,
that
They
fuck?
can move it.
No.
It's not this? It's not just drops of this? Like
No,
drives?
it's like.
It's coming from your
It's
nose,
dark.
then,
where's
is
the
it?
source of the blood?
Like, where would it? I mean, if it's on your hand.
It is my nose.
Yeah.
Oh, Travis got a nosebleed!
what
the hell?
nerd?
Were we talking about cute girls?
Guys, I think it's gonna rain.
Oh man,
Is it on me?
no, I think you're okay.
Yeah, you're good.
That's awesome.
I mean, if it's on your hand, it's always
Yeah.
going to be like
Well,
it's either your hand's bleeding or your.
What I
yeah,
thought was
you
like,
just
I
do
thought I
this.
might have like
or just like it
scraped
sits
my
there.
hand on like
Yeah,
the
onto
metal
the
down
table
here
or
and so.
something.
Man. Speaking of
afraid if I
trailers
touch it, it's
and,
gonna
and
start
shit,
dripping.
fucking Red Dead 2 trailer.
Yeah.
Holy shit,
Very-
that looks good.
I like how like story driven the trailer was, rather than
Yeah.
like anything. It didn't even show that much like crazy gameplay or anything. It was just like, here's the characters, here's the
I don't know if it
story.
showed any gameplay, did it?
There was some wrestling and fighting and like you saw the quick draw type thing.
God damn. You saw a young John or whatever with all like his face all fucked up, and it's like, this is so exciting.
It's gonna be fun. I'm really curious to see what they're gonna do with it after seeing how much they embrace GTA Online.
Yeah.
It's like, are they gonna try to embrace something like that? Because I mean, Red Dead had online play, but it was never to the scale of what Grand Theft Auto was.
Grand Theft Auto very much jumped on the back of what Red Dead did, because Red Dead had kind of those big open world lobbies where it was like you kind of get into like a giant lobby with like 16 other players, and they'd be on the map somewhere, but you wouldn't necessarily have to directly interact with them. And then GTA just took that and just turned it and just made it bigger. And so, I mean, yeah, like the multiplayer in Red Dead wasn't nearly as what it was in GTA 5, but the one thing about like Red Dead as opposed to GTA 5, like GTA 5 is like, hey, here's a new car, here's a jet, here's a flying backpack. You can't put any of that shit in Red
it's
Dead.
like, what could they
Yeah,
possibly
it's like,
do?
and like there's only so many horses you can get.
I mean,
you know?
eventually gonna hit a unicorn, and then you're out of stuff.
Yeah, unless you ride like bears and shit. It's like I don't know what you can do, but
bear.
it's like there seems like a natural cap to what you can do in Red Dead. So I hope they're focusing more on single player than they are on
I would love
multiplayer.
that. I mean, especially because Red Dead had the original had possibly one of the greatest DLCs of all time.
Yeah.
Right, the
zombie
Undead
one?
Nightmare.
Yeah.
The Undead
That
Nightmare
was
was so
awesome.
incredible. It was so well done. I just hope for more stuff like that.
I'll be really sad if there is not at some point, and Jack, you'll love this, if there's not at some point an Easter egg where maybe you can't even use it, but a broken down Deluxo somewhere hidden in that world.
That would be cool. I can see that, like a cave where there's like something like tarped over it
Yep.
where you can't pull the tarp off. It's like, I know what's under there.
That would be great. It would be also depending on how the back end, if they have they announced if they have multiplayer for that.
I don't even think there's been an official announcement. No.
I don't know.
There may
Yeah.
not even be multiplayer.
I mean,
but
yeah, we're
in
all
this
just
day and
assuming.
age, how is
Yeah.
that possible to not have?
I mean, God of War
Well,
doesn't.
the only reason I'm assuming is because the first one had it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
And
it
GTA
they
5
would be
had
the
it.
first game to say, hey, our
Listen,
original had it, and now our sequel.
And they're still
no way it's
supporting
not
GTA.
going to have it.
Yeah, I
There's
can see
no
them-
way it's not going to have it. GTA is growing still to this day by users.
But again,
But
because of
that might be an argument
Yeah.
for not having multiplayer in Red Dead. It's like, why would we neuter our GTA
That's
fan
true.
base
Yeah.
with
I
the Red
guess,
Dead
but
fan
like
base?
it could also just like
I feel like there's still just money left on the table.
yeah. I don't know. See, I wouldn't be, and that's maybe it's just because we play it all the
Mm-hmm.
time. But I wouldn't be GTA or Red Dead. I'd be like, I'm playing both.
But we have the luxury of like, this is our job.
Yeah.
Like, we literally
Right.
sit down and play
I
video
can remember
games
that
all
a
day.
lot. Like,
Yeah.
I know, though. That's why I said
Like,
maybe
we
that's
can
just
play
because it's
games all
us.
the time.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
I mean, that's like some people they get 4 games a year if they're lucky. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
they got to pick them and be very careful about it. It's
Yeah.
like, I'm going to play GTA. And
That being
I
said,
just
you can
keep
play
playing.
Well, you probably
multiplayer
already
without
had
without
GTA,
the
and now
mul-
you're just
the-
tacking on Red Dead.
the transactions.
It would be really cool though if the back ends were similar enough that they could have like a special day where they're like, all right, all your GTA cars are unlocked in Red Dead. Have fun and just
Yeah.
have people driving all over
I
the place.
would not be
Fucking
shocked.
nutty.
Sammy Jen actually just wrote that it could have a battle royale mode. That wouldn't shock me.
Holy shit! Think about like everyone on horseback.
That wouldn't shock me if Red Dead had a
that'd
battle
be-
royale
That'd
mode.
be so awesome.
Really wouldn't shock me.
Well,
at
how?
all.
Okay.
That's E3 2018.
Oh, they announced a
It's
battle
just-
royale. Did they? They did not.
Yeah.
Wait.
So okay.
Didn't they?
Well, so the game's coming out, and then a year later, Fredo was saying it's coming out to PC,
It'll
right?
come out to PC.
Then maybe multiplayer is
I don't think
then
they
after
did
that.
announce-
Please, Rockstar.
Well, it
It'll be a
worked for
while.
GTA.
It did, but
we
I
bought
don't
2 copies of the
want to
thing.
do it that way again.
I know, but also then multiplayer was it between then? Was it after that?
It was
Like,
between. It came out. The multiplayer came out. Well, it was supposed to be like.
It was like 6 months.
Because what could be happening
It was
is
supposed to be sooner than that, wasn't it? And then they
Possible
it was supposed to be-
battle
it was supposed to be like-
royale.
Well, they
come
delayed
on.
it
it
for
got
sure.
it got
wasn't
broke.
announced.
they could like be. I don't know what their ideas are. So they could be sitting there going, "We're running out of ideas for GTA and how to continue." Like
Cutting
aside from
stunts.
races and adding more races and
More
stuff.
cars.
It could, cutting stunts with horses
on the
are.
horse.
you get like a rocket Voltic or whatever. It's like a horse with like a
You
booster on
go
his
through, it
ass.
transforms into a sheep. You have to like land again. You go.
Jesus,
Meh.
a giant
Awesome.
eagle.
But the trailer was what, October? Like October or something this year? Fuck, that's. I mean, God of War right now is clearly game of the year. It seems like everyone has played it. It's like
so good.
Everyone
yeah.
likes it.
I haven't played it yet. I
Loving
want
it.
I watched you play it for about 2 hours, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna.
And you watched me just do the
boring opening
Well, it's
stuff.
just like the mind crack of just sitting there like playing the fight part of
Yeah.
it. There's actually, compared to like other God of War games, I almost feel like it's less of a focus on the fighting. I mean, it's still huge, but like there's a really good narrative to the game that you can just focus on that if you want to.
I think that's the difference between when God of War, the original, came out and this most recent God of War. That's just the difference in the arena right now. Like games, there's almost like a pressure to have like a narrative. And I think that's important because it's more immersive. And it allows you to feel like you are a part of the game more than just like a button mashing.
Well, it's funny because there's kind of diverging paths with that, really. Where it's like there's some people like they're like, okay, we need more and more story, and there's some games like we fuck the story, we don't need a story.
That's true.
You know, you get like something like
Titanfall pulled the story all together.
I mean Titanfall.
Titanfall 2 is so underrated.
And then you get like you get like something like Fortnite, where it's like, all right, this is a game where you kill people. It's like
there's
Dead by Daylight. Here's a game where you just kill people. Okay, you know, there's no story. But then you get a game like God of War, it was like we're all story.
I guess it depends on what your focus is. If you want to have a single player game, exposition. If you want to have a multiplayer, battle royale.
I mean, clearly, certain companies have made that decision when they had it before, like Call of Duty. Like, apparently the new one's not supposed to have a campaign or something, right? Like, just
I can't imagine the cost savings getting rid of that.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure there's like going to be less sales, but like who gets it just because of the campaign? I knew so many people that would like
fraction of the audience that is going to care.
Yeah.
So they'll drop so much cost and make just as much money.
Well, think about all the scripting and level design for the single player campaigns. Like, it's got to be a nightmare. Like, all the amount of work that goes into that stuff. And, whereas it's like a multiplayer map, it's like, all right, make it kind of symmetrical, make it balanced, and you're good.
I always play the new Call of Duty games. I always pick them up, play the multiplayer for a little while, and then I'm like, okay, I'm good. And I move on.
Is that a
I
tooth?
loved.
It's a nut.
It's a
Okay.
it's a
Piece
nut.
of walnut.
Who's losing teeth? I really liked World War II and the multiplayer in it. Like, I thought it was
What did
a
you
lot
feel
of
about
fun.
the campaign? Did you even play it?
Didn't play it.
Yeah.
Didn't touch it.
It wasn't great, to be honest.
I loaded it up. I played the multiplayer for a long time, and then I was like, all right, I'm good. I did not like Black Ops 3 or anything. Like, I don't like the future weapon, wall run, double jump type stuff.
They did it up against Titanfall, and Titanfall did it so much better.
Titanfall did it great. And like, but even stuff like one of the last Call of Duties I played before this one, I don't even remember which one it is. It must have been Black Ops 3 or something. It was like there was the different classes. There was like the robot class, and then like there was this other class and that had a certain upgrade and has a. I was like, just fuck Call of Duty. Just give me Call of Duty.
There was a
like,
chick with the bow or whatever.
Right. Yeah. It's like can you just give me an M1 Garand? Like, let me go in and shoot at other soldiers. Like I feel like Call of Duty is trying too much stuff to make itself different from previous titles, and it doesn't necessarily need to do that, in my opinion. I mean, like, I know they want to try to be like, look, we're still doing new things. It's like, but you could just have a new game with all new maps and some new, some new weapons and stuff like that, and just, it's not that different. Yeah. People will still eat it up.
I'm very much in the realm right now of like, give me a multiplayer game that I can invest in, and that's not going to like release a new version of it the next year, and like, give me seasons, right? Where I can come in and like, I don't know, get a rank for a season or, play throughout the season and unlock some skins for it, whatnot. Like, give me content, like seasonal content, and then I can just jump around and do different things.
On the same platform.
Yeah.
You would really like Rainbow Six Siege.
I might like
check
that.
that out.
Check that out.
Man, we played Fortnite yesterday again. And we had, to me, I think it was our best Fortnite a thing we've done.
What happened?
But
it ended in a tragic miscommunication.
Yeah, it was the four of us without Trevor, and it was pretty. I mean, I'm genuinely getting into Fortnite. I'm like actually having fun with it. I'm starting to play it on my own now. I'm like, all right, I want to get better at it because I'm notoriously bad at games like that, like PUBG and Fortnite. I've never been good at, but I'm like, all right, I need to start getting better because we're going to keep playing these things, and it's going to be like the next thing, like that. Like these battle royale style games are going to be around for a long time.
Yeah,
I'd like to start getting better at it.
So since we're on off topic, we have the luxury of communicating with the audience. Like we've put out some Fortnite stuff before, and the views have kind of reflected a lack of interest. I mean, we've had a general lack of interest in the office. I'm actually really curious, like leave a comment or tweet us or whatever. Like, is that something you'd want us to see? Would you want us to see us play that more? Like PUBG style?
Maybe even a get
Those
good in
don't
it?
do VOD well.
Well, the
I mean,
thing
that's not what that's
I know
like
it's more of
watching
a
a
streaming
live
thing, but it's also like, I'm curious, like, and then if you want to see more of it or less of it, or like, I'm just curious what the audience's perception of the game is.
My issue is like in general, like the guys at Achievement Hunter don't like Fortnite. Like I like it, but some of the guys are like active.
Like I don't hate it.
There's a couple people who actively hate it, and
well, then they just won't play it.
But the thing is, like they say how much they hate it, which makes the audience not like it. They're like, well, I don't want to see it if they hate it, and so it's like
look at the comments go by.
a lot of
No,
no's.
I
A lot
like
of no
PUBG.
Fortnite.
more Fortnite.
There was
Well,
one.
that's the live chat.
Almost everyone
I want to
says
see
no.
also the
Like YouTube comments.
well, the RT.com comments when
Fortnite
this
sucks.
comes out for RT.com
I like
for
PUBG,
free.
less Fortnite, no Fortnite.
I see
it's-
YouTube's.
So if you're having fun, we can tell. That's what someone said. So it's
Yeah.
like, you know, that's the thing. I think it's like
But that's
if we're
another
not
thing.
having fun.
That's another thing though, like if they see Fortnite in the thumbnail, they'll just assume we're not having fun. And if we're not gonna put out a video in general where we're not having fun, we're not gonna just play a game that we're like, oh, we hate this game, we're not gonna put it. If there's a video out, it's got a cast of people that want to be there and want to be playing it, and we generally feel that it's a good video or we had a good time.
Wow, I mean it's pretty overwhelming.
Video Atlanta was great.
PUBG is better, and I will give you this: PUBG has maybe
Delete Fortnite.
has a lot more flexibility in the experience than
PUBG?
does than
Gotcha.
Fortnite. Fortnite ends in one battle every time.
It's a different play style for sure, different pace, which leaves breaths for different things. Yeah.
I just feel like with Fortnite, the pacing is quicker, so you can you could do more games.
Just rattle them off.
The combat and the interactions to like fight other teams is faster, and then they just put out more content.
Yeah, the fact that Epic has been pushing so much new stuff constantly, just constantly refreshing. Like it seems like every other week they're putting out new stuff. Where it seems to me PUBG is kind of like, all right, here's a new map. See you in a year, and it's like, all right.
Which is funny because I mean they've really ramped up.
Yeah, I mean
what they're putting out.
they've started to now, but it seems like to me like PUBG was very much like, oh, we're the king. All right, we don't have to do anything else. This is it. And then Fortnite's like, what's up? And just went blowing past them. And now, I mean
they had
also,
like
like,
10 million
totally-
concurrents at one point. Like they were PUBG was it was the king. And they had no reason to hurry.
I know, but at the same time, if you're doing well and making a lot of money, I would be like, let's hire a shit ton of developers and get a lot more new content coming out to keep this momentum going. And it seems like they didn't do that.
Hindsight, you know. I mean, another thing that they're doing for Fortnite is I wouldn't call it substance because the game's free and there's microtransactions. It's like emotes and skins and stuff, and those are all fun. But it's not like there's a meteor came in and changed part of the map. Like those are cool things. I really like that aspect of like an evolving world. But like PUBG is doing more like, bam, here's a huge world. Okay, we'll see you in a bit. Bam, here's a huge world. You know, and it's more realistic. And there's guns and like people and your like long game. The other one's like. Quick round, like get in, get out, like good for streaming because you want to watch, because you want to see those moments where like your favorite creator or streamer wins, and so you're like you know, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's good for streaming if you're good at it.
yeah,
It's good for streaming if you're good.
And we're not.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what we are good at is taking care of our moms.
That's true.
How do you do that, Ryan?
This episode of Off Topic is also brought to you by Sherry's Berries.
That's a way to answer that question.
Once again, abandoning my mother with both of my children here for around the end of the month, and so I'm sure she'd appreciate it if at least I gave her some chocolate to help her hack her way through that experience. A gift from Sherry's Berries shows you put thought into her gift. Mom will love it, I swear. Right now, our listeners can send Sherry's Berries starting at $19.99 plus shipping and handling, or you can also double the berries for just $10 more. Your berries will arrive in Sherry's Berries' signature gift box with a beautiful ribbon, no gift wrap required. Fresh, juicy strawberries dipped in milk, dark and white chocolatey goodness, then topped with rich chocolate chips, chopped nuts, and signature swizzles. Do you know what a swizzle is?
Swizzle.
No. I guess it's the... Yeah. Choose your delivery date, and it's guaranteed. Customer satisfaction is always number one, or your money back. I love when we get to actually have some here at the office because they're really delicious, and I eat.
They go very quickly.
Way too many of them. Especially like I think I like the milk chocolate covered the chocolate chips. That's my favorite.
Hungry.
There's only one way to get this amazing deal for Mom. Freshly dipped strawberries start at $19.99 plus shipping and handling. And remember, you can also double the berries for just $10 more. Mother's Day is May 13th. So visit berries.com today. That's BERRIES.com. Then click on the mic in the upper right-hand corner and enter the code OFFTOPIC. That's berries.com, code OFFTOPIC. Thank you for supporting the show.
Next Sunday.
Yeah, don't forget. Be a good son or daughter. And don't be
No.
Jeremy.
That's a good cut. And there you go.
Just in time for May 13th, Jeremy Dooley.
I was checking the mail.
You know a
As I
game?
do every day.
Anything good? No.
Nothing for me, anyways.
You know a game that should take a couple notes from the Fortnite playbook is Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
I know
They went dark immediately
much
after launch.
potential.
I
So
know they're a
much potential
smaller
for that
team,
game.
but like
Oh.
it's a lot of aesthetics and emotes and stuff like that. And I mean, like maybe they're gonna add places and locations and campaign stuff. I don't know, but like they could definitely get the social media aspect of it, like the community stuff, by like playing around with emotes like that, adding things like that that are more fun to just fuck around with and get people to stay in the game.
Or some content.
Or I know,
just
yeah,
not
some
enough.
content. It's so repetitive,
there.
but
No, it's funny. Chad came over the other day to do a collab video. He said he and his friends are still loving it.
Yeah.
They're
He
just
says he
gone,
still plays it every
it's-
day.
They've
that-
gone full on pirate. That's
it's
all
the-
they do is they just
yeah.
steal.
So
it's
before
the unique aspects of playing with your friends and kind of role playing and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's also kind of cathartic because every now and then I'll be like, I don't really want to get into a game right now. I only have like an hour, and then I'm going to do something. So maybe I'll just pop into Sea of Thieves and enjoy like I like the sound design in there. Like, and I'm a pirate. I'm on a ship, and I'm
The
just
sail on the boat.
I'll launch myself out of a cannon onto a nearby island to abandon my team, and I'll just mess around. You know, I don't know.
you need to make custom matches in that game.
Sad Panda said, "What about the DLC for Destiny 2? There's a whole new like raid and everything coming
I
out
think
for
we
it."
all
That
got
game
the
exists?
Yeah, we all got the season pass when
I
we
mean-
bought the game, and I don't think we've turned it on since the last time
We
we
haven't
recorded
touched
a
it.
video.
Yeah.
I mean, I know like they had that sort of summit where they brought a bunch of YouTubers
Bunch of
up to
content
Bungie,
creators, yep.
and they're like, "All right, we know we messed up. How can we fix this?" And like apparently they worked with them. And they're trying to make it better. I don't know how quickly we will see sort of the
10-year-old.
like the results of that.
It may be too late.
I don't know. I mean,
It'd be interesting.
And
It's a-
would assume you won't probably see anything from us in it. I think it's been decided with
Our
like
stuff
those
did
raids.
terrible.
It's like
Yeah.
it's not worth the views, the amount of time we have to put in,
and the amount of salt that appears from those things.
It's just
Sorry,
insane.
I just like reading the chat, just enjoying Alfredo's like what snack time. He's got his milk.
Got his juice box.
No, he's got his milk box and some goldfish. He gets trash out of here.
I'm 12.
God damn.
Everyone else got snacks. I'm gonna go drink.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
go
some
for it.
snacks.
No one's got
'cause
any alcohol.
That's the thing is
Yeah.
this lunch always takes this podcast always takes place during lunchtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys had a
So,
great time last week. I was building my labo, just watching everyone get in
Watching this.
Strong.
What is this episode number?
403.
Yep, that's the
I
one.
don't know. Hang on, is it here?
Well, if you're watching, look at the title. Minus. If you haven't seen
127?
podcast, minus
Right?
that.
Oh, yeah,
minus
I'm
one
talking
on that.
127.
Okay, 127. If you haven't seen 126, you should. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe don't.
There's a lot of drinking.
We got.
That was a lot.
Trevor fell asleep at his desk later that day.
Yeah, I did.
I did.
And I picked Alfredo's nose
You
on
did?
the podcast. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of things that happened.
Thanks everybody else for the 127.
I built my.
I remember now.
I built Labo. I spent all that time building goddamn Labo. It took me like 2.5 hours to build the thing. Matt picked it up and destroyed it in like 6 seconds.
Matt
They literally
was
lifted it,
gone.
all the keys just fell out.
Literally
I was like,
right after it too. Like we did the post show and everything, and like everyone's still hammered. I walked out of here and walked into our costuming department and grabbed 2 lab coats. Matt and I put them on to film like a test thing for a Minecraft video. And we filmed for like 2 hours or something. Like I think we hit stop at like 5:30 p.m. And we just like filmed it, and all we did was just shit on everybody in the support room. Like we were so brutal to them. It was
So
awesome.
who's editing that?
I said I would.
Okay.
No one in the support room.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, I've tried to build that robot labo like 4 times, and it has driven me away.
Watching Ryan try it is like my favorite
But
thing. in the
Ryan's
world.
attempt is like he goes over, he touches like 1 or 2 things, he's like, nah.
he goes, oh, fuck it. He walks away.
My experience with it was, all right, so I'm like, all right, I need to build this thing. So I get the fucking Switch, and I put it over there, turn it on. It's like, all right, I need to do an update. I'm like, all right, fine, do the update. All right, so I put the game in, launch the game. The game needs an update. All right, fine, let's do the update. It's like, all right, game's ready to start. Click it. I need to update the controller. Like,
You need to update the controller? Oh, kill me.
oh no, then it's like, all right, great, fine, I got it. Finally, it's all updated. I've walked away from it several times now. It's like start. Oh yeah, well, you need to practice first. You're not smart
Yeah,
enough
just
to do
skip
this.
through the fucking thing.
And there's no like, just don't make me practice. Which the practice is build a little controller holder So you have to do that, and then it's like a fucking video. You can't just hit next and have it go to the next thing. You have to like hold it down for like 10 fucking seconds to get to the next step in the goddamn thing. Why, Nintendo? You stupid cunt horse.
Wow.
Okay.
It tells you on the thing. It's like, it's going to take 180 to 240 minutes. It's entirely because we're terrible at giving directions.
It is because of the video. If it was just a booklet or something, it
Motherfucker,
would
give me a
take 2
Nintendo
seconds.
booklet.
There's some feels happening right now.
It would take 2 seconds.
I was enraged.
I agree with you though. You have to sit there. You have to hold it to get the next step. It's like I'm a grown ass man. Let me just hit the button. Let's go. Let's keep it moving.
I love the chat's freaking out about it.
It is
it
not
makes
well
no
designed.
sense. It makes
It is
no
very poorly designed. I would like
I know. I
an
want that.
instruction booklet that doesn't involve having to watch your stupid video, which is very, very
No, I don't
poorly
want
done.
So wait, Ryan, have your kids not caught on to the whole Labo craze?
They don't even know we have a Switch.
Oh. So Ryan is saved from having to do any of that bullshit at home.
Yeah,
It's,
I think when Achievement Hunter finally calls it with Labo, I'm gonna take what we have and give it to my nephews. Be like, all right, here you guys go nuts with this
I think
thing.
we called it before we even like ordered it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
Well, you can't really make a video out of it. I mean, like what we did on the podcast was like, hey, I built this thing.
Yep.
Play the thing. All right, that's it.
I mean, I feel like that we can make videos in the robot if I can, or any of us can take the mentally downshift required to do their instructions.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. It takes it's just like a lot of fucking work. I mean, like I literally sat there on the podcast for 2.5 hours where I was pretty quiet the whole time just doing that one thing. And it's like, all right, here's 10 minutes worth of fun. And we're done. You know, it's like, oh, okay.
I'm hoping the robot one's more flexible than that. Like, obviously, you spend all the time you built a piano, and it's like, well,
It's a piano.
Can anyone play piano?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can you play piano?
Not really.
Is it just like
I mean,
an
if
octave
anyone,
of
I'd
piano?
assume that you maybe would be the one that could do it.
Not really.
Lindsay can.
I
think.
played the cat piano pretty
She
well.
said clarinet
What
and
piano?
The cat
percussion.
piano when it was like meow meow meow.
Oh, okay. See, that maybe would be a video. Maybe
That robot.
you have a fist.
Yeah,
and
no.
robot eyes.
No.
No.
So do you put the screen on your face? Is that where it is? Like,
As soon as you start
Yeah, like
playing, I'm gonna
flaps
cut your
on.
strings.
I don't think the screen's in there, is it?
I guess no, it's not.
No.
Because that cardboard would just go.
The controller's on the side of your head.
There's one on the side of your head and one in your hand.
Well, no,
Oh,
there's one in the back. You can see it's how many.
Whoa, wait a
Oh
minute.
yeah, there is one in your hand.
But then how?
And then wait, what?
How many?
Maybe that's
controllers
not
are
one in
there?
your hand. Maybe that's not one in your hand. Maybe that's one in the back and then one in the headpiece.
It kind of looks like one of the like cardboard ones that you
It
build
does,
and then
but I think that's just what the string's tied to. I think the one in the back is watching all the different string connections, and then the one on the head, I guess, is
I like the
where
piece of
head's-
cardboard just blinding him
Yeah.
so he can't see anything.
Yeah.
No, I think that's a visor. I only know that because I watched Lawrence build that while high.
yeah, no, I'm good.
It's I feel like there's a video there, but man, I wish they had a version.
Ryan does rage
I want a
quit.
version 2 where I'm like, treat me like I'm not a 4-year-old.
Treat him
please,
like a
Nintendo.
princess.
Treat me like I can fold cardboard without.
We are
having
adult
my hand.
YouTubers.
Yes.
This is what this was made for. I demand.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
it's
then
so
again, there's
infuriating.
people like Jacksepticeye who could knock out a 20-minute video of the piano and get 50 million views
Yeah.
somehow. You know, I don't know. That's it.
Don't chop my
Jesus,
dick.
man, it's lunchtime.
Yeah,
hungry.
we should.
I had that bowl of cereal, but I'm still hungry.
I
order
hear they
something.
did they get dinner on
Yeah, they brought something in
the
here.
Monday night podcast.
No, they're not eating anything.
No. Like this, the cast, they do.
On Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah. We should start getting lunch for ours. We demand lunch, God damn it.
We're going on lunch strike.
Yeah. We're in podcast strike.
We demand.
I don't. Does broadcast provide it, or I guess who else would?
Yeah.
The Monday night?
Yeah.
Monday night broadcast pays for Monday night
look
dinner.
how much
We
I
didn't
want to
get
make
it
that.
ripped off
He was
this
like,
whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, the ones on Monday. Yeah.
He's like, let me repeat the question while I think of a way out of this.
Oh,
There's
the
no way
one
out.
with Gus? Yeah, that's that one gets lunch for.
They get lunch. I've seen it.
I know, it's
I
right
used to-
there. It's
I
right,
used to
literally
see
right
it.
over there.
Look at these satiated boys.
Then they got wise. They used to have like buffet style lunch, and I would steal it.
Yeah.
Right, me too, yeah.
I think I
Now
see
they
Nick
get
eating some
individual.
over there.
Nick, what
Don't
are you
think we
eating?
don't see you.
Tortilla soup?
Tortillas.
Yeah,
There you go.
I mean that's
He's
something
got a
delicious.
giant container. Of
Throw some tacos in a blender.
Yeah.
That's like a double gulp container of soup.
Oh, big gulps, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Crazy.
Please feed them lunch.
Yeah.
There you go. See,
The internet demands it.
Thanos demand lunch. What? Okay.
That's right.
Feed our boys. Yeah, absolutely. There we go. We're not coming back until we have food.
Let's hear it for the boys.
Yes.
Let's give the boy a hand.
Oh,
I mean, we already get lunch on Wednesdays, but we have to pay for that one. So,
That's true. That comes out of a
and then we get lunch on
we
Mondays.
get provided lunch on Mondays. We get lunch on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
The more lunches I can
Quite
get.
often on a Tuesday, we'll go, let's get lunch.
You know what?
Because
Fine.
we're working.
It's a
working.
It's a Tuesday. If there's a day where we're being
filming.
particularly productive, like we
there's
don't
a-
want to stop filming to go
Yeah.
Have the
have a
food
lunch
come to
break, then
us.
we'll get lunch.
Usually that's like is if everyone showed up to work that day, it's like, oh, there's so many things we can film.
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have we released, speaking of lots of things to film, have we released Arc yet? The new Arc series
No.
we're doing? We
That
haven't?
is next week.
Okay.
It's interchanging with Gmod.
I want to
So
start.
that-
God, I want to get back into Arc. I want to play Arc so
I played
much.
that.
Blame Jeff.
I
The
played
guy-
that with Kat at
MIA.
home a little bit, and I'm gonna stop playing it at home because
Yeah.
I'm gonna get burnt out on it.
not
Like
really.
honestly, I got myself up to like level like 15 or 16, so, somewhere near where we are. Like,
Did you
in
mod the
office.
XP?
What's that?
One of the big things that I learned from the previous time we did this and from playing it by myself is that game is only playable if you set
Yeah.
an XP modifier, so
Yeah.
you get about twice the XP.
Yeah.
You gotta
Oh, really?
bump up.
That's,
you have to
that's
bump
why
up
we've been
XP.
leveling up so quickly is because we're getting twice the XP.
Oh, like so.
Otherwise it
I
takes
didn't. I just
forever.
played with Kat, got to that point, but then like, so I'm level like 15 or 16, whatever. I've been upgrading all my stuff, and I ran into like a Spinosaurus, like big giant, like kind of like a T-Rex with a fin, right? And it was level 3, and I was like, oh fuck this thing! Like even though it's huge and everything like that, couldn't kill it.
Yeah.
Damn. Too
Absolutely could not. It just like kept fucking me. And I'm like, what's the point in leveling up then? Like if it's level 3.
Well, you gotta have
Still,
weapons
man,
and shit. I mean,
you're
Yeah, I
bottom
mean, like
of
I
that
had the
food
bow
chain.
with like 40 arrows in it,
right.
and like all these spears and stuff like that. It just like kept just it was just
Yeah,
Well,
but
you
there
get-
there
you need
are
a
guns
crew.
in that game. I
Yeah.
mean, they're
Yeah.
so far away from
Yeah.
where you start to where you end in that thing.
right.
Yeah.
Start with a stone, you end up with an AK.
Yeah.
But it worked out really well because like we have a nice group where it's like I mean obviously shockingly enough I'm staying at home and building our base.
Jackson staying home.
So I literally
He's a
like
home-
I've been sitting there just
homemaker.
all I'm doing is like collecting wood and like thatch and all this stuff to build up this nice house, and building actually ranks you up super fast. So I'm probably the highest
But
ranked
you
out
also,
of all
but
of
you
us.
you also share your experience with everybody in the group.
That's true.
Yeah, because we formed a tribe.
Yeah, and every
so-
time we kill something, then we up it.
Yeah, and-
Ryan and I just go out with spears and kill.
But like
come
I'm
back.
at the point now where I'm like ready to start building like metal axes and things, and I'm like, okay, I can actually do some legit stuff, and then we can build like a pin and start collecting dinosaurs. Like we've done 2 episodes so far.
Is it 2 or 3? Okay.
2.
And yeah, and I'm just like, but we wanted to not get ahead like we did in 7 days, where it's like we filmed 10 episodes, then released them, and the audience is like, hey, you should try this, you should try this. Oh wait, there's another 2 months worth of content before you can actually do anything we're asking you to do.
I will
So-
say, doing it every other week, though, I'm concerned that that's going to be part of the issue. Why are we switching off with that one?
Because I wanted to get it out, but I also like with consistency, but I also didn't want it to be like shit, we're out, now we can't put out anymore because Jeff and Gavin or whoever else are gone. This month is crazy with absences.
Gavin's just gone forever.
So like I wanted to get it out, but
Next
also
month's gonna be
like,
pretty crazy for
yeah,
absences too.
I'm out of June for like 2 weeks.
Same.
I mean, it's just like
Yeah.
it's gonna be tricky. We managed to get pretty far ahead in content right now, but we do I still want to film stuff. I want to make things.
Yeah.
So it may be a thing where it's like we have to play Arc without Gavin and
We'll
Jeff.
have to start rolling other people in.
I mean, we've been
I'll
doing
roll
that.
in. I'll
We-
fuck with some dinosaurs.
you know,
Yeah, get in
But
there.
hey, you, let me ride you.
I mean, that's the thing.
no,
We bumped up
We're
our
working
cast.
on it. We're working on
ride
it.
the audience.
I mean, we
Good
bumped
there.
up our cast to 9 people now, so we can rotate people in, like, because
Yeah.
we do have more absences. That's just like as we've gotten bigger, as we're doing more things, we're not, having the main 6 in the office is going to be very difficult. So
Can we get more 7 days? Well, we're definitely going to do more 7 days. Right now,
At
our,
some point, we're kind of taking a break.
our main thing right now is like, we're just going to wait till they do the next update. And then we've got new reasons to play the game. That's every time they drop an update, they always have more fun stuff. The next one's going to have helicopters in it, like little gyrocopter looking things.
really?
I've seen them
that'd be
demoing
awesome.
it.
Huh.
Well, A16, the version we're playing in 7 days, came out over a year ago, and so it's like they're due for a big update. So
I hope they don't slow down too
helpful.
much. It's been a while since it's been that much of a gap, I think, between major updates for them.
yeah.
Yeah, we're still figuring out like certain things to record. We're still figuring out Minecraft stuff at the moment. Because it's like we did the build stuff. People like
Yeah.
the build stuff. time to move on to mini games. But at the same time, we don't want every mini game to be like nostalgia. You know,
Right.
like this is related back to something we did way back when. But you know, it's tough too to also come up with new things in that game that we've done 300 and whatever episodes in.
Yeah, we've been playing the game for 6 years now or whatever. It's like, all right.
We have a Matt Bragg.
Yeah.
Right, and Matt does
that's
like
true.
these big builds, but usually there are things to do. So like we do the things to do. It's not like a let's play type build.
Well, yeah, the content kind of shifted, right? Because like it used to be the bigger things would be a full let's play, the smaller things would be things to do, and then like things like Sky Factory came along where that would be the narrative arc, and then so the builds would just kind of be kind of cordoned off to be things to do.
I do like that we've been building Achievement Cove. And like we did it very like in survival mode like the whole time, and then
For a
basically
while.
we kind of like finished and we're like, all right, let's go do creative now. And like
Yeah.
we've really kind of like once you see like the episodes, what
So
is this?
4 is out today for first members.
Yeah, so 4 and 5 are kind of us finishing Achievement Cove,
Right.
and then from that point on, you're going to see things will change because they're like, okay, we're sort of done with that. Now let's sort of polish it, and so like everyone's kind of jumped in with creative and kind of really
It was
made it
the
look nice.
fucking logo was basically the death.
Yeah, that was like,
the not creative because it was just like
It's gonna take forever.
yeah, and then the logo finished, and I'm like, I don't have a house. I can't live anywhere right now. I made this.
You're living with Matt, right?
I lived in Matt's attic. I built myself a house.
I laid down some nice carpet for you.
You did?
When you slept, your face would be like right there to the ceiling.
I had no space. You'll see it in the episode, but
But yeah, by episode 5, we basically, except for your house, and I don't know about your house.
I was
Matt's like
switching off.
framework, and
Everyone's framework is
and
there.
Gavin's is still nowhere near done.
So don't worry, the creative isn't just suddenly teleporting to this huge future. It's just like we took creative and took the bones that we had built and filled them out.
It was we just were. It's
It's
like how many
decoration.
more episodes of us just hacking through making
Right,
a house
yeah.
and making it as basic as it can be because we have to do all the
Spoilers.
mining. So it's like
So people are saying that
not
episode 4
spoilers.
is not up yet on the site. Sorry about that. I don't know why it's not up on the site.
yeah,
I mean, us building isn't really a spoiler, right? I mean,
it's
Well,
just
it
more
is-
building.
we're not really
It's more
saying,
building.
and it's these are the conversational podcasts.
Spoiler.
Or the podcasting
logo gets
let's plays.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiling.
I think honestly it works better as if we just as we kind of have been doing recently post Achievement Chiefland 5. There've been a lot more people working on their houses post that, so that'll be a cooler video of like, look what we did, rather than like,
Right, the slow
Yeah.
build of everything.
yeah.
And also, like, I've been working on stuff outside of videos, not even recording it, of building things, like, and Matt as well, just out in the world, like, just that people might never see. It's just something that might get stumbled upon, maybe, and, like, we've always wanted those to exist. The first meeting Matt and I ever had with Jeff and Gavin was about building random things out in the Minecraft world in Achievement City that people might happen to stumble upon in a video and be like, what is this? Just for that moment in a video.
Yeah.
So I've been building stuff like that, like in the spare time as
That's
well.
cool.
And it's just like, it's just a fun thing to have to make the world feel more populated and like
Little
ours.
Easter eggs and
Yeah,
more
little Easter
things
eggs
to
hidden
stumble
around.
upon that are exciting, or to make the audience. Oh, what's that?
You know what's also fun?
What's fun, Ryan?
Not having eye strain.
Tell me about it.
This episode Off Topic is brought to you by Felix Gray. A lot of us spend hours in front of a computer at work, so we know staring at a screen can get exhausting. Even if you've never heard of digital eye strain, chances are you've experienced the effects. When you protect your eyes with a beautifully designed pair of Felix Gray computer glasses, you can keep doing the things you like to do, like playing video games or binge watching your favorite TV shows. Felix lenses are specially designed to filter blue light and eliminate glare from screens, which doesn't, by the way, mean you can't see the color blue. It's just it's more of a non-visual or non-visual sort of spectrum of the light. Which are the two main culprits behind digital eye strain. Their glasses have blue light filtering technology embedded into the lens, so they remain effective without the telltale yellow tint or color distortion of other blue light filtering glasses. No prescription necessary. Their glasses are available in non-prescription readers, and they just launched prescription lenses, so everyone can benefit from wearing a pair of Felix Grays. All orders are free shipping and free returns, so you've got nothing to lose. Go to felixgrayglasses.com/offtopic to try a pair of Felix Gray glasses today. That's felixgrayglasses.com/offtopic. FelixGrayGlasses.com/off topic. There it is.
All right, nailed it.
Somewhat. It's
Thank you to the
that
person
was-
who tweeted me.
that was.
What do they tweet?
He let me know
copies-
go for
It
it.
gets a little weird. It's like it's big, and then there's this, and then it's
Right.
small. and then
Small
it's-
again.
Well, what they're trying to do, Ryan, is demonstrate eye strain.
That's boy. I'm like, huh?
Someone tweeted me to let me know that whole time my pocket was hanging out. Like
That's awesome.
Like the whole time.
That's awesome. Digital eye strain. That was something I was paranoid about because
Really?
because as an engineer at the time, like all I would do is like design things on a computer, so I'd just be staring at it. I mean, I play games, so it's no different. But like, I had just gotten LASIK, and I was like, I don't want to undo that very expensive procedure, and so that was definitely something I started looking into more.
That's like Landon. His eyes are falling out.
Yeah, dude.
I know there's a while you wore like gunner glasses at work.
Well, I got him to try them, but like just in general, like those products, just to see how they would work and how they like. There's definitely a benefit, but I don't know.
He had the gunner glasses with his MLG jacket, his mini main stage.
And my fingerless gloves.
Yep.
Oh, they make it cool. They make it really cool.
It's super cool.
Yeah.
Coolest.
You need those fingerless
Couldn't be
gloves.
cooler.
That's how you know you mean business. I asked for
I
those.
step into a business meeting, fingerless gloves first.
It also means you're confident that no one has your fingerprints.
That, okay. I'll touch anything in here.
Look how confident I am.
It's the palm prints you got to be worried about. What if do they have gloves that are just fingers? Those are probably the future VR gloves that are like
Oh,
have the
so
Like
those-
just strings
that
and
are
like the
that are tactile.
Probably. I don't know. I would love to see shit like that in VR. Like, you know, they can actually read each finger. And stuff
They've
like
had several variations of it. I don't think any of them's really hit yet.
Yeah, there's haptic gloves you can try out. They had some at South by this year.
that. I really. What do you think? There's an answer at some point to an affordable
Flash flood, guys.
and something that makes sense?
Yeah, I know.
Treadmill that you can walk on with VR.
They've had
There's
several.
several.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you
like
think
that.
there's one that's really going to catch on?
you mean
and
that
be like,
giant
it's like-
ball thing that you
Right,
only
like,
see at
I'm
conventions?
thinking like no one's going to get one.
Well, there's the one that like straps you in, and you're like just like you stand with your socks on like this this plastic thing, and you just
is that the Omni?
You mean the bowl?
and you walk in place,
where
and so
yeah, it's
you're
just
like
frictionless.
so it's like you're constantly dragging along the. I don't know. It looks goofy.
There's some iterations where it is actually a treadmill that you walk on, but yeah, walking fast. I don't know how quickly it can update.
Like Ready Player One, where like it's like that like omnidirectional treadmill
so cool.
that kind of like instantly predicts where you're about to move
get
to.
the suit from Ready
Yeah.
Player One.
And then you can see
and then
handprints
you can
when
have
someone
people, like-
tits on
that way
you.
someone can walk in your room and just see your hands going down your body down to your penis, and you're just like,
Oh no! It's not what
Mom,
it
look
looks like.
away.
I think that'd be the first time you'd see people going instead of headshots, they'd be going for dick shots.
Oh, you can actually
Imagine?
feel.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
actually
I would just like you just
No,
take
no,
Let's
scissors.
not going for the head. Just be like,
Why would you just cut that part of your suit out? It's just it's.
It's
Just
you
circuits.
gotta
It could
nerf
fuck
it.
up the
Just
whole
No, you
suit.
gotta wear a
there.
cup underneath your suit.
It can mess up the whole
Oh,
suit.
there you
though.
go.
Like, stop shooting.
Hey, he's
me
wearing
in
a
the-
cup. This guy's wearing a cup. He's a
guy's
cheater.
wearing a
Everyone shoot him in the penis. He's wearing a cup.
Everyone's shooting.
Aim for the taint. He's not protected there. I mean, it's all one of those weird technology split things. Is which was going to win out, and not that there's been a lot of movement in one direction, but so either that you can work on making this technology that is external and like actually wails on your body, or they can figure out how to connect to your brain and just not bother with
I was just gonna say, like, I think we're thinking too small. Forget all the physical shit. We're just gonna stick a needle in the back of your brain, plug you right into the matrix, and there you go.
That's got to be like Elon Musk's next
Yeah.
project, right?
Oh, he plugs himself in every night. Well, he's also a robot.
Your eyes
It's
just fill up
it's a
light.
different plug. Yeah.
Oh, like a big thing of drool coming out.
Black Mirror shit, man.
Master MB says there's a VR conference going on in LA this weekend.
Well,
So, they
what
might
a bunch
have
of
something like
nerds in one room.
A bunch of nerds.
We're all going to E3, Jeremy. I mean, like, we'll be there.
You know,
It's going to be even more nerdy.
you know.
Well, maybe not
I still
more
don't know if
nerdy,
I'm
but
going or
it's
not.
nerdy. Really?
Yeah.
I try to go to E3 every year just because I have a lot of friends out there I like to go like reconnect with and make contact and be like, hey, you have cool stuff coming out.
We have stuff that we need to do out there.
Yeah.
All I want to do is just sit with Funhouse and drink watching panels again. It's just
I want to see
such
Jack,
a good time.
That's the
Jack and
best
Lawrence
time.
or whoever it was wrestle again.
Yeah, that was Lawrence and I. That dude is fit, man. He kicked the shit out of me.
The best part of that was last year when that was going on, we were doing the YouTube E3 coverage for YouTube on the set at Funhouse. So we were literally on the other side of a thin wall. So of two very different style coverages for those events.
Yeah.
Every now and again, what was it, like a ska band would kick up? In the...
Yeah. They started doing Talking Stockings. They had a ska band playing live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, those guys, they're fun, man. I love recording those guys. Like, I've been in a couple of GTA videos that Jeff and I were in when we were there for spring break, and they finally put them out. I was like, that was fun. I like doing that. So
we filmed the thing that like didn't work in the other room while
really?
you guys were filming.
What was it?
It was like a new game mode in GTA. It was like the Auto Wars or whatever it was called, the thing that was like the battle royale type thing with the vehicles, except there weren't vehicles. It was just you all jumped out of helicopters and you just landed in a small area and then you fought. And every time you died, you jump out of the helicopter again.
Oh,
but
okay.
like when we did it was like 3v3.
Didn't we do something like that? And
know
I was
if we
like,
did.
and I was locked on my own team because we had 7 people.
That was
or
the
something
vehicle
like-
one. That was one of the
Gotcha.
vehicles. This one was just like a small area with
that
a
ever
bunch of
come
guns
out?
and
I
like
don't remember that.
it was like me, Michael, and someone else versus like Kovic and Lannon or something. And like so we just rinsed them, like just like annihilated them. I think it was me, Michael, and James, and like shooting all of them. And it was just like absurd because Lannon's just eventually he landed it right. Like he would like jump out and like cut his chute to try and fall in the right spot to capture and like.
that being said, like when they play GTA, they play a lot online with multiple people. Like they get like giant groups of people, and we've started doing that. I think we're probably going to start doing more of that stuff because it's so much fun.
It's,
a lot better.
It's good when it works. Sometimes sometimes you get those people that will ruin the whole thing.
Well, the big distinction there is last time when it went really, really wrong, it was because it was GTA race.
Yeah.
If you give people the option to just get out of the car and just sit on the track and be dickheads,
they'll do it.
They'll take that option.
Yeah, you immediately got to turn that off.
If they're just driving backwards, you can just be like, "Boop."
We did a things to do in GTA where we played a map that Matt Bragg had actually made, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and,
it's just nonsense.
Yeah, but I mean, like
Smashing it.
something about playing a game with like 30 to 60 people. It's like, oh my god, it adds such a different
really
tone
cool.
to it. It's so much fun.
We'd love to start doing that more. I think I talked about it a little bit last week, but yeah, if you guys, I mean, I don't know if the fucking crew is filled up now, but the stream team crew is the crew we pull from. It's open.
We can also, go in there
flushing it. Yeah,
we
every time
we're
you're about to do
all.
something, you just empty it out.
But yeah, so if you guys ever want to
It's not
be
a
a part of
permanent
that as an
membership
audience, that's the crew to
But yeah,
join.
so maybe now when we do some GTAs, it'll be like the next Jack Bag will be like multiple.
We should also make one for the PC and do some of them on PC too, because that's got a large PC audience.
Yeah, for sure.
There's the Alfredo
Fredo's
9.
hard
Yeah.
now.
Well, I reached out to some of our buddies at Rockstar to see if we could get another, because like for a while there, when you started up a PC game, you could just copy your character
You
over.
got one.
You got one.
Everybody gets one.
Everybody
And
gets
so
it.
I reached out to see like, can we do that again? Because I think if we could
don't think I've
take
done it yet.
the characters we have now and bring them over to PC, we would just live on PC.
Yeah,
Why
we
not?
would. We would.
We'd immigrate
But-
permanently.
But yeah, apparently that's a lot tougher than just being like, oh yeah, let's give them another coin or credit or whatever. It's like,
Yeah,
Put it
'cause,
in
like,
terms of how much money they'll make.
our PC characters have nothing. At least mine doesn't.
It's
Mine has
a very old port.
I
It's
wonder-
weird that it has been updated since we ported it though. 'cause
Yeah.
I
when
have
did
shit
when
that
did you port? It was like Let's Play Live, wasn't it?
Whatever PC
mine's
came
like
out.
level 40, my character, whereas my
Jeez.
Xbox One's like 120 or something.
Jeez.
I wonder if you bought it on Rockstar Social Club or Steam, if you bought it again on the other console or like the other version of it, like if you could get another carrier.
We already have it on both.
I think we do.
We do, yeah. Well, I don't know if maybe your personal Steam might not, but
That's true.
so for Let's Play Live, we all had to get it on Steam because
Yeah.
the Rockstar version was different. It was harder for them to manage for getting all the stations set up because we had to log in.
You guys should do more Viscera cleanup. That was funny.
Fucking
Says
Christ,
Carissa.
Viscera
Yeah,
cleanup.
that was a blast. I really enjoyed playing that.
Very just
Literally.
like, chill.
Yeah. But you can have like up to like a lot of people in that game, right?
You can have way more people than it's worth, and that it makes it so much harder.
Which is great. I mean, that was a pretty fun episode. I enjoyed doing that. I could see us doing more than that.
The level we played too is not an easy one.
Oh, was that not?
Yeah, that was
They're
one of the
much
tougher
longer ones though.
I mean, there's ones that are bigger, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're more difficult.
Yeah.
That one just has like shit way high up on the wall stuff. Kat and I did the one level because we started playing that at home and we played like almost every level. One of the levels is, they say like small map, which that's like the one we played in Battle Buddies. And that's small. There's like the medium ones. There's one called huge, which is like the biggest there is. Kat and I played it. It got to a point where I was like, we're done. We're done here. We can do nothing else. It was like, there was shit of like, you had to find passcodes written on papers to unlock the next areas. There was like Sarlacc pits you had to fill in with sand and shit.
Oh yeah.
I was just like, what the fuck are we doing? You could like fall in it accidentally, like explode. So like I'd fall in every now and again, like guts would come out, can't be like, damn it! And like have to pick up my legs and shit.
That sounds
like,
awesome.
awful.
See, that sounds like the one you take a big crude for.
Yeah, if you get like 6 to 8 people
Just
and something like
separate
that.
people go out.
Because I don't want to see you for the rest of the video.
Yeah.
That's your
But
room.
the
You
thing
stay
is,
in that room.
It's huge. There's one incinerator, one that
Oh.
like, so you gotta like, here's my bucket of shit, and you like try to walk to the incinerator, but it's too full, it starts freaking out, and shit goes everywhere. It's awful.
Hey, look who's
look who
stumbling
showed
in
up.
here.
Look.
Oh, hey, it's him.
he's sick. He's protecting us here, as you can see. I was also in costume for something.
That's a lot of foam.
Yeah.
He's here.
What's wrong,
He
Michael?
foamed it up a little.
A little foam.
He's just trying to get a drink.
He sounds
Somebody float the keg.
He sounds like he's
Jesus Christ.
infected
That's
with a
all
lot of
foam.
things.
What the fuck is this?
All foam.
No one knows.
Whoa.
There you go. That's a beer.
Sorry.
It's a good turnaround there.
Neo-punk Ray Charles.
Yeah.
And you guys keep up the good work.
Yeah,
Next
thanks.
week. Next week, I'll be on there.
Next week,
Okay.
Michael will be
Next
back.
week.
So Michael's actually sick right now, so he's going to be sniffling and coughing a lot. So you probably don't want to hear that on a podcast.
I didn't want to hear it.
So
Okay, keep up the good work.
cheers, Michael. So yeah.
What
Look
else should we-
forward to that. The explanation behind that soon.
Yeah.
Do we want to try out the PUBG right now? Because they're doing that 5-man squad or whatever.
Let's go do it.
5-man squad.
Or
mean,
whatever
we
that
can do
is.
it.
And they have
Why
a new
not? Let's do
update too. So there's like the new vehicles and new rifle, new attachments and shit.
New vehicle. Does it have a horn?
Yeah.
All right.
I
I better test it to make sure the horn works.
What if we streamed it?
We could do that. We could do a
We
random
could.
random
We do,
pop-up
just a
stream.
Random one. You
could do it.
Too.
I can't wait to run around with just pockets full of silencers.
Yeah.
Anyone need a new attachment?
Anyone need to be quiet or see
Yeah, you're
twice as far?
loud.
No, that's gonna matter because this guy's gonna be
Hey guys, are you in this building? I'm
map is
outside
it on?
honking.
literally trying to sneak around from building to building with a fucking car following me the whole
Is it a 5-man
time.
squads on any map, or is it only on a certain map?
Well, there's map choices now, so I don't.
There's
know.
2 maps.
Yeah, there's
there
a
2 maps or
Miramar
3
and the
maps
original
now?
map. The third map isn't out yet.
Okay.
But it's like you take I think it's like you take a 5-man squad, you put it a part of like a 10-man squad, and
Because there's the original map.
we
there's
can
the
go on as
desert map,
5.
and then didn't you guys recently play on like a jungle style map?
Yeah, it's like
That's
a
Savage,
Vietnam.
right? The
yeah,
new one?
Yeah,
that one was cool.
that was
Very-
the
it
test
super
run,
tiny
or test
super tiny
server.
map.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so that was not publicly available. yet.
Well, you want to go do that?
Let's go do that. So if you're watching live, stay tuned because we're gonna go live here in a little bit. We'll cut in. Are we gonna cut into the Achievement Hunter TV feed or?
I don't know if we
How
can
does
do
that
that
work?
yet.
No, we can't
We'll
do
look
that.
into it. But maybe just to keep it simple, we might just straight up YouTube it.
YouTube.com/Achievement Hunter/live. You'll see us there.
Yeah.
Probably give us an hour so we get some food and then we'll be back.
And we have to do
so-
the post show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we gotta do a post.
Up
Bring out some more
Post
VR of the
and
champs. Our VR room is currently in flux.
Shambles.
But hopefully we'll get it back
Shambles.
It's getting there.
soon. All right, bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. See you
Bye,
next
yeah.
time.
Whack, 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 whack.